When you're in a pinch and need a meal fast, turn to your local Super One Foods. Whether it be wings and dip for watching the big game, or simply a delicious healthy meal that's sure to satisfy even the picky eater in your family, we have you covered with convenient grab-and-go food options, all at the affordable prices you've come to expect. So leave the cooking to us and stop by your neighborhood Super One Foods, serving you lower prices and better choices.
With me today, we're gonna have a good time. You've convinced me. I'm ready to switch my account.
Oh my gosh! Specific answer.
They're learning quick.
Can we Google it?
Whatever. Okay. He's a quick study.
There's so many words I want to say. Be careful. It is a love story.
You bet it is.
Fair.
I wasn't done.
Ask the questions that you think are silly. Thank you for joining. Bye.
Go Yellow Jackets!
There's nothing better than a Subway Series footlong, except when you add a new footlong sidekick, like the boss with a new footlong cookie. This might be my favorite sidekick ever. What?
Every epic footlong deserves a perfect sidekick.
Let's put our stamp on this region. All right, let's do it emphatically. Yellow Jacket, 2.3.
When you're in a pinch and need a meal fast, turn to your local Super One Foods. Whether it be wings and dip for watching the big game, or simply a delicious healthy meal that's sure to satisfy even the picky eater in your family, we have you covered with convenient grab-and-go food options, all at the affordable prices you've come to expect. So leave the cooking to us and stop by your neighborhood Super One Foods, serving you lower prices and better choices.
With me today, we're gonna have a good time. You've convinced me. I'm ready to switch my account.
Oh my gosh! Specific answer. They're learning quick. Can we Google it?
Whatever. Okay. He's a quick study.
There's so many words I want to say. Be careful. It is a love story.
You bet it is.
Fair.
I wasn't done.
Ask the questions that you think are silly. Thank you for joining. Bye.
Yellow Jackets.
There's nothing better than a Subway Series footlong, except when you add a new footlong sidekick, like the boss with a new footlong cookie. This might be my favorite sidekick ever. What?
Every epic footlong deserves a perfect sidekick.
It's time to meet the starters for both teams, and we'll start with the starters from UW River Falls. Starting on defense, freshman number 16, Connor Brust. Also on defense, freshman number 4, Cole Teleski. At a wing, sophomore number 17, Johnny Myers. Also at wing, junior number 8, Dylan Smith. At a center, junior number 9, Max Collette. And starting in goal, junior number 33, Brennan Boynton. The assistant coaches are Sean Roadhouse and Michael Smits. The head coach of the Falcons is Steve Freeman. And now let's meet the starting lineup for your UWS Yellow Jackets. On defense, you've got a junior from Byron Center, Michigan. He wears number 3, Tyler Ryder. Also on defense, you've got a junior from Mount Crisco, New York. He wears number 25, Liam Whitehouse. One of your wings is a senior from Suffern, New York, wearing number 7, Reed Stark. Your other wing, a sophomore from Chicago, wearing number 9, Dan Roosevelt. Your center is here from Balcarron, Ontario. He's a sophomore, number 10, Justin Dauphigne. And your starting goaltender is a sophomore from Florissant, Missouri, wearing number 33, Jack Boschert. Your assistant coaches are Brian Meisner and Paul Bittner. Your Yellow Jacket head coach, now in his 9th season, is Rich McKenna. At this time, we ask you to please rise and face the flag if you are able. And gentlemen, kindly remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
No, we're not. We're good. Yellow Jacket hockey is on the air from Westman Arena on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Superior, where tonight the Yellow Jackets are getting ready to finish off a two-game weekend series against the Falcons from UW River Falls. Good evening, everybody. Alongside Jason Roan, I am John Garver. The KUWS crowd will be joining us here shortly as women's basketball just wrapped up there. And as you can see by the sights and sounds, we are moments away from the drop of the puck in this one between the Yellow Jackets and UW River Falls. And Jason, entertaining hockey game here between these two clubs last night. 2 times they played, 2 times to overtime. No chance to believe that this is going to be anything but a close game tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. A tight matchup last night. 2 highly competitive teams fighting for those crucial points in the WIAC. Expect more of the same tonight for sure.
Jack Boschert gets a start and goal for the Yellow Jackets. The sophomore out of Florissant, Missouri is 5-1. A 1.75 goals against average, a .934 save percentage. 1 shutout for him. He will defend the goal to our left. At the other end, Brennan Boynton will get the start once again for River Falls, making his 19th appearance on the year. He's 10-7-1. The goals against a 2.43, a save percentage of .913. The puck is down, and we are underway here at Westman Arena. The opening faceoff is sponsored by Barker's Island Inn, Northern Wisconsin's Island Getaway. And immediately the Yellow Jackets jump back on the forecheck again, push that puck to the front of the net. Boynton will cover, and we will have a faceoff coming up here in River Falls territory. To the right of Brennan Boynton. Puck played back down behind the River Falls net. It comes around to the right wing corner. Roosevelt had it there. Up top to the right point. Whitehouse has it hop over his stick. Yellow Jackets get it back at neutral ice, and Tyler Ryder will send it out into Falcon territory. Puck comes back around to the left wing side. Picked up there by Johnny Myers for River Falls. He'll send that ahead to center. Jackets break it up, and it's going to be played back ahead now to the neutral zone. Whitehouse for the Jackets gets the red line and moves it ahead on the right wing, where he's got Roosevelt into the middle for Reed Stark, but he was tied up. And now back the other direction, River Falls. Midrick up the left wing, greeted by Whitehouse just inside the line. And now Stark will take back the other direction. Stark now across the River Falls line. A little too much stick handling there, and the puck hops off his blade. Colin Pedersen follows it up. Pedersen now in the left wing corner, gets it free. Into the slot, Kagawa, one-timer! And the first big save of the game goes to Brennan Boynton from River Falls. Puck now played back behind the net. River Falls player is down behind the goal. That's Hunter Jones. There was a big hit once again by Colin Pedersen, and an injured player on the ice for the Falcons.
Pedersen picking up right where he left off last night with the physical game, getting his bumps in early, delivered a big blow down in the corner.
Like last night, guilty again. I did not see it. I heard it. I followed the puck as it came back to the neutral zone. But it sounded like a pretty hefty piece of contact.
Finished his check aggressively for sure. And we saw Iki Kagawa jump right off the boards into the play, come right up the slot, get a great opportunity to score there for UWS. Also a bit like last night with the Jackets almost getting on the scoreboard very early.
We want to welcome our listeners on 91.3 KUWS in Superior. John Garver and Jason Roan with you here from Westman Arena. Just a minute and 20 seconds into this one. Yellow Jackets and River Falls scoreless. First golden opportunity of the hockey game went the way of the Yellow Jackets. Brilliant save to start things out here by Brennan Boynton for the Falcons. In the neutral zone on the right wing, Pedersen. Imagine he's going to be somewhat of a marked man here in this one after the physicality he's played with tonight. He's got the puck now, and last night as well. Loses the handle on that, and it's going to come back to center. Burke Simpson for the Falcons will flip that one down into the Yellow Jacket zone. Frank DeVorney there. Poked it up the right wing. It's not going to leave the zone, however. Clearing attempt intercepted. Atwill for River Falls from the left circle has his shot deflected wide. Puck hops over the stick of Blake Holmes behind the net. He'll tie up his man Atwill along the end board. Atwill somehow still has the puck, works himself free of the check, and then leaves it down low. It's going to be played around to the right point for Carpenter. Carpenter flips that one off of the Yellow Jacket stick. Sharp angle shot at the left of the net by Atwill. Save made there by Jack Boschert now, and Holmes leads the rush. Nifty move there to get away from the man. Holmes across the line. A shot comes off the end, but right back out front, and it bounced over the stick of Holmes. And then the D is able to get there before Gavin Rasmussen gets a stick on it. Nickerson from the left wing turns and fires, and Boynton makes the save. Another opportunity in tight, and Boynton will cover that. And we're going to get a face-off coming up here in the River Falls zone. So good pressure here, Jason, in the first 2.5 minutes or so. Yellow Jackets don't look like they've lost anything from last night.
No, not at all. Coming out hard again tonight. Gavin Rasmussen doing a great job there, going hard to the net, taking a little poke at it again, like we talked about last night, playing right through that whistle. Draws some attention from the River Falls Falcons after that one.
Face-off is going to be to the left of Boynton this time. Apologies for me clearing my throat with frequency tonight. Spent a lot of time standing outside today, and a little bit forming in the throat this evening. In the neutral zone, Danziger on the right side. Goes over to the left off the skate of Rasmussen. He drops down and tries to sweep it in on the backhand, but that doesn't go. And now the puck's going to be played back down into Yellow Jacket territory. Danziger behind the net. Nearly coughed that one up, but was able to recover. And he'll flip that out into the neutral zone. Gloved out of the air by Bruss for River Falls. Bruss will get it across the line, and then Rasmussen takes him off the play. Danziger behind the goal here for the Yellow Jackets. Over to the left wing boards. Flipped up the wall by Rasmussen. It's not going to come out. Riddle ties up the defenseman, but the forward comes in to assist, and he'll play it down low. Now a turnover from behind the net. Danziger into the slot. Quick shot save is made by Boschert. He'll deflect that into the left wing corner. Now it comes back up to the left point. Lee with a shot blocked in front by Rasmussen, and the Yellow Jackets will come back to neutral ice. Riddle wasn't going to be able to get the red line, tried to curl it back, loses the puck, and back the other way, River Falls. Quick shot from the slot, Dylan Smith, blocker saved by Boschert. Now the puck loose behind the Yellow Jacket net, picked up there, and starting up ice, here is Ryder. Brilliant game for the junior out of Byron Center, Michigan last night. He's got the puck in the neutral zone now. Tyler Ryder crosses the River Falls line and sends to the right corner. He's going to lead the rush. He's going to pick it up. Gives it down low for Setter. Blake Setter behind the goal. Had it, then lost it, and Boynton will drop down and cover it to the left of the River Falls net. And we'll get a face-off coming up here in the River Falls zone.
Tyler Ryder taking advantage of all that was there. They were giving him the ice, so he took it, as you said, led the rush. Ends up leading to an offensive zone face-off for the Jackets.
15:53 to go, first period. Yellow Jackets, River Falls scoreless from Westman Arena in Superior. John Garver and Jason Roan with you here on this Saturday evening. Glad to have you along as River Falls jumps up on the rush and plays it deep. Behind the Yellow Jacket net, it's Ryder. Ahead on the left wing off a River Falls player, and it comes to center. Setter closes on the defenseman and got a stick on it, but now the puck is going to go back the other way, and it's sent down to the Yellow Jacket zone. Left wing corner. Puck pops into the circle. Interference there by Alexei Yarmolnik, and referee Sean Hauser caught it. And the Falcons are going to get the first power play of the evening.
Tough one there for Yarmolnik. Could have maybe been called a charge on the player that hit him in the corner. He wanted a little revenge for that, and unfortunately he went and got it in an illegal fashion. And Jackets going to be shorthanded.
Time of the penalty, 4:36. Yarmolnik for interference. Falcons go to the power play. They come into the game at 19.6%. 1 for 3 on the man advantage last night. Dylan Smith left circle. The Myers right circle up top. Teleki with a one-timer that skips off the outside of the goal. Now Myers has it again. Myers down low, centering feed out front. That's not going to connect, and it's going to come back out into the neutral zone here. Jackets able to pursue it down low behind the net. Pettersson's got it now. Colin Pettersson for the Yellow Jackets. Ties up two men in the left wing corner. Boy, what a weekend he's putting together. Not afraid to muck it up at all and just keeps getting stronger every game. Teleki for River Falls carries it up ice now. He'll cross the red. Comes into the left wing corner. Myers pursues it. His pass behind the net picked off, and Blake Holmes will corral that loose puck and send it all the way down. The left wing. Lindahl leads the rush for River Falls. He dumps it in, picked up behind the Yellow Jacket net by Bergstrom. Lindahl breaks up his clearing attempt. Now the puck's free behind the Yellow Jacket net. Again, Ryder's got it here. And he's going to go rink wide over to the right side where Roosevelt will get a stick on it and send it all the way down. 40 seconds remaining in the minor penalty to Alexei Yarmolnik. 14 minutes to play here. First period, no score. Up the left wing into the Yellow Jacket zone they come. Rink wide feet. Finds Lindahl on the right wing. Ryder bumps into him. Atwill in the right corner. Has the puck taken from him by Ryder. Clearing attempt. Hits a River Falls player. Jackets able to recover. And Matt Francois, instead of firing at the distance at first, will back it up a little bit and then send it off the right wing boards to neutral ice. Tyler Lee for the Falcons curls back toward his line. Passes that one over to the left wing. Dumps it down into the Yellow Jacket zone. Ryder gives chase. Now Dauphiné has got it. Hits Danziger, who feeds it ahead for Roosevelt on the right wing. Schmechnov knocks him off the puck. Puck's high in the air, gloved out of the air by Danziger. Schmechnov regains control and plays it into Yellow Jacket territory. Dvorsky, rink wide to the right wing. Stark picks up speed, reads Stark across the line. Scored his team leading 10th last night. Gives it behind the Falcon net to Roosevelt. Dvorsky left point, Danziger right point. Shot, gloved, and Boynton will hold on with a couple of Yellow Jackets closing in on him. Face-off coming up here in the River Falls zone with 12:55 to play in the first. And as I watch this, Jason, teams are tighter defensively than they were last night. And now that's saying something because they were very good defensively. We're not seeing a lot of grade A's here in the first 8 minutes.
Right, even with that power play chance, we really didn't see any grade A's. Really, the shot by Iki Kagawa was the only one that was a real threat so far in this game.
Teleki for River Falls has it behind his own goal. He'll start up the right side with it. Feeds to the middle for Belisle. Give Cody on the right wing a long shot, kicked out nicely by Boschert. Rebound comes up to Roosevelt, and the Yellow Jackets start the rush. Stark gets a step on the defense. Stark takes it in, backhand shot, he goes high. Tried to go high on the short side and missed it over the crossbar. Good use of the speed there by Reed Stark as he takes that one to the net. River Falls back the other direction now. Shot by Collette from the right wing isn't going to go. Dauphiné picks it up, and he's going to start it up the right side. Pushes it to the middle now. Nickerson's going to dump it in. Jackets are off, or they're not offside apparently. Okay, they were going to have to tag up. They peel off for a change anyway as River Falls comes back on the attack. Johnny Myers behind the Yellow Jacket net, relieved of the puck by Dauphiné. Rink wide onto the right wing, he's got Nickerson. Logan Nickerson from a sharp angle has his shot tipped wide of the net. Bergstrom pinches down. Held the zone momentarily. Now River Falls clears from center ice. This is Rasmussen. The Yellow Jackets senior captain cuts to the right wing and sends it around the boards. On the left half wall, Nickerson gets it there. He plays it behind the net. Foss bumped off the play momentarily by Riddle. Foss, however, catches up to the puck, and he'll clear that one out into the neutral zone. It's going to come all the way down. Icing waved off. Chris Ishmael for the Jackets back in the lineup after not playing last evening. Starts up the right wing with it here. He's 1-on-5 as he plays it into River Falls territory. Gets the puck in the right wing corner now. Ishmael hits the brakes at the half board. Now he's back down to the corner. Cuts behind the River Falls net to the left side with it here. Ishmael still in control of the puck. Slides it up to the left point to Dvorsky. Right point, Holmes handcuffed because he was on his offhand there and just has to one-touch it down to the right corner. Falcons regain control now. Alex Davis behind his net, pokes it around to the left side. On the wing, Vidrick takes it, he'll clear. Holmes breaks that one up, gives to the middle. Cade Shea tips it over the left wing boards, and Ishmael drives it in. At the right point, Holmes able to hold the zone, but then Setter and Shea collide. Puck comes out, Shea picks it up, and he'll dump it back in. 10:30 to go, first period. Yellow Jackets and River Falls scoreless. In the Yellow Jacket zone now, it's controlled by Ryder. Tyler Ryder for the Jackets picks up speed. Across the red line, flips it in. He's leading the rush again. He's going to catch up to that puck behind the net now. Comes into the right corner with it. Takes a little lumber, but still has the puck. Gives it into the right corner where he's got Pedersen. Now he'll carry up the half board, leaving it there for Whitehouse. First point of the season for Liam Whitehouse last night as he picked up an assist on the Dauphiné goal. Jackets lose the puck, and River Falls has numbers back the other way. Burke Simpson now across the Yellow Jacket line, feeds that one over to the right side, and the shot will miss high. That one taken by Reed Loon. Jackets back the other way with Kagawa shifting around in the right circle. Backhand, he misses wide. And River Falls will clear it out to the neutral zone. Whitehouse takes it there. He dumps it back in. Great tempo to this one here in the early going as we just passed the midpoint of the period. No score, shots even 5-5. in the right corner. Roosevelt leaves for Dauphiné. He tried to center, but the defense blocks it now, and it's going to be played up the right wing boards where Cody tips it in. Bergstrom giving chase. Cody pursues him. Bergstrom will stop there and send it back the other way for Stark. Stark now pokes that one into the offensive zone. Really good gap control by the defense for River Falls there, not allowing Stark to get up to full speed. Puck played back into the Yellow Jacket zone. Dauphiné into the middle now for Stark. Nifty stick handling move to get away from a man. Up the right side, Stark throws that one toward the front of the net, but it's blocked, and River Falls back the other way. Puck comes into the Yellow Jacket zone. Holmes knocks his man off the puck. Roosevelt moves it ahead. Stark again across the River Falls line. Takes the shot from the right circle, and the defense blocks that. And it'll go up into the netting, and we'll get a face-off.
Terrific pace.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Fast skating, hard hitting. It's been everything you could ask for in the first period so far.
And it's going to come to a screeching halt with the media timeout, which gives us the opportunity to say if you can't get enough of the Yellow Jackets, tune into Eye of the Swarm, the official podcast of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Join the Big Sound, Matt Johnson, and me throughout the year as we sit down with Yellow Jacket student athletes, coaches, and other guests. Eye of the Swarm, available on Yellow Jacket TV, UWSYellowJackets.com/podcast, Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you get your podcasts. We've seen a couple times now, Jason, on these rushes here, how well River Falls, I mentioned it, the gaps. You talked about it a little bit last night too, how they don't drop back at all. They stay up, and they make sure that gap is about a stick length and nothing more, and it's kind of playing with the Yellow Jacket speed game a little bit.
Yeah, they've mastered the art of managing the gap and also being right on the borderline with interference, but not over the borderline to take penalties where they're just in the way.
It holds you up just long enough.
Just long enough, not allow you to get up to full speed, not allow you to have a straight lane to the puck. They really manage it well, and you can see that while the Jackets have been able to get the puck deep, they haven't necessarily been able to get on it real fast because of that good gap control.
8:47 remains in the first period. Face-off is going to be the left of Brennan Boynton. Shots 3-3. So the defense is very stingy so far in this one this evening. River Falls controls the draw. They're going to flip it out into the neutral zone, but also into the spectator area.
This makes for bad radio, but can you turn me up so I can hear my voice just a little bit?
You can do it right here.
Which one? Okay, there it is.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry if I was yelling on the air. It was just because I haven't been able to hear myself for the
Tell your partner to quiet down
for the first 12 minutes of this one.
Jackets win the faceoff. Riddle with a shot from the top of the right circle, and he missed that one high. Puck comes back down behind the net. Johnny Myers collecting his items from that yard sale he had today. Puck comes back up to the point. The long shot blocked. It's going to be played back to neutral ice. And on the right wing, Rasmussen will send it back in. Alex Davis behind the goal now for River Falls. Hits the brakes there and starts up the left side. Moves it ahead. Jackets break it up. Blake Holmes has it here. Up the right wing for Nickerson. Sidesteps one defender. Gets caught up in the wash there a little bit, and River Falls will recover the puck. Tyler Lee for the Falcons has it left side. Throws it out to neutral ice. Ishmael interferes beautifully and avoids a penalty somehow.
He timed it just right.
And the Falcons have that one broken up. Now they'll try again. It's going to be played into Yellow Jacket territory. Taken here now. Whitehouse starts up the left wing with it here. Whitehouse on the second attempt gets it in, but not deep enough, and Foss will quickly come back the other way with it. Passes that one ahead for Vidrick on the left wing. He dumps it behind the Yellow Jacket net. Oh, that should have been a penalty there, but no, it's not a trip, and it's not a knee-on-knee. Play continuing on. Hunter Jones he got flattened. And things are picking up a little bit here.
And I did not see the second one at all.
I did not either. I saw the first one.
Yeah.
As Tyler Ryder got knee-on-kneed. And that should have been a tripping penalty at the very least. And then Jones got run over, I believe, by Ryder, and he remains down with the trainer looking at him. And then unfortunately, one of the Yellow Jackets, showing terrible sportsmanship, stood over Jones. And that's absolutely something we do not need. But Hunter Jones should have been called for a trip at the least and kneeing at the most.
Right. And Ryder has gone to the penalty box for UWS. And
I imagine there's going to be a couple both ways here.
and moving a little gingerly on that thigh that he took the knee to.
And I know Steve Freeman is going to ask for another penalty, but let's be honest, Steve, your guy should have at least 2, if not 5, because he stuck a leg out.
And Lindahl is in the box for River Falls. Meanwhile, the injured River Falls player has actually left the ice now for some treatment.
12:40 is the time of the penalties. Ryder is in the box for the Yellow Jackets. Lindahl for River Falls. They have 2 on the board so far, but there is a discussion going, and I'm guessing, are there more we need to take, and how many minutes should all of these be?
These are the situations when you like having 4 officials on the ice, because you hope that somebody saw everything that happened.
Right.
Because the second hit was clearly away from the puck.
Yeah, I'm not disputing that there shouldn't be a penalty on the Yellow Jackets there. In fact, I think they're probably, I'm assuming Ryder retaliated to the knee on knee, and he is in the box for that very reason, I imagine. There should be the original penalty on Jones there.
Right.
The Yellow Jackets should get an unsportsmanlike conduct for standing over him, and then the River Falls player who came in and cross-checked the Yellow Jacket in the head that was standing over him should also have one here.
Exciting night for the officials already here.
Yeah, I mean, what the heck?
It's been that kind of game. Great pace.
And very physical.
Very physical. Been an excellent, excellent hockey game thus far. Unfortunately, a bit marred by this incident and ensuing delay right here that's now starting to take quite a while.
Well, yeah, they got a lot to sort out here, and
linesmen are going one to each bench here to talk with the coaches.
I'm assuming they're going to go retrieve another player from each team is my guess. That is my assumption from all of this. I'd be shocked if anybody came out with a power play. So Ishmael will be the next Yellow Jacket to head to the penalty box. And Tyler Lee for River Falls will go to the penalty box. And let's not go putting all these things on the board just yet.
Liam Whitehouse is now headed to the box for UWS. It's getting crowded in that Yellow Jacket box. There's 3 of them in there now.
Fire code violations. I mean, honestly, if the Jackets come out of this shorthanded, I'm going to be disappointed.
That does appear to be the case.
I'm really going to be disappointed if they end up being the team shorthanded, because it was a very dangerous hit that started this whole thing.
Right. And then it wasn't called and led to a very good scoring chance for River Falls.
Yes.
The fact that they didn't call the original kneeing penalty ended up producing a great scoring chance for the Falcons. Boschert had to be sharp to make the save there. So the Jackets really getting doubly penalized in this one, as is your penalty box attendant, who now has to sit shoulder to shoulder to shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
With the stinky hockey boys.
Yeah, hockey players typically don't smell good as the game is going on, but and I can tell by the reaction from the Yellow Jacket bench that they are very displeased with what is transpiring here.
Right.
And again, good thing. This is a good thing about having 4 officials, because in the original unfolding of all of this, there was no penalty being called.
Right.
No, neither one of the referees had the arm in the air on the air on the kneeing or on the retaliation. So
they're relying on their help from the linesmen.
Yeah, they really are.
We've got Gavin Rasmussen and Max Collette here in the officials' crease having a conversation, getting the lowdown. Rasmussen not too happy. A little bit of a head shake there.
And Sean Hauser, the referee, talking with Coach McKenna. And I know he's not happy. I'm grateful we don't have microphones down there. And I can tell by the way Gavin Rasmussen is talking to the other referee, Travis Alberg, he's saying, look, he stuck his knee out.
Right.
What do you expect him to do? How do you expect him to react? So we still have 3 penalties on the board here, and I'm assuming everything is going to be a wash, with the exception of the Whitehouse penalty, which is the one for the Yellow Jackets on the board. That is my guess. Is it a good guess? I don't know.
Cole Telecki was the player, I believe, who was injured for River Falls. He's walking around off off in the background behind the River Falls bench right now.
Actually, I think it was Hunter Jones, the
Okay,
player who was injured earlier.
Okay, maybe Telecki was doing something else then.
But yeah, I believe it was Jones. So now they got one. Okay, now they took the penalties for River Falls off the board completely. And it's going to result in a power play for River Falls, their second of the hockey game.
And we're going to be 5-on-4 on the ice.
And I'm assuming it's 2 minutes across the board, and the Yellow Jackets are going to be forced to kill this one off. So we'll have a wait and see when we see the game sheet here, and we'll figure out exactly what everything is. Meanwhile, we're back to live action with the puck in the Yellow Jacket zone. It's tied up on the half board, left wing board. 3 players from each team in there jostling around, trying to work the puck free. It comes up to the left point for Davis. Over now to the right point for Loon. Back over to the left side. Taken there by Dylan Smith and played deep. Behind the Yellow Jacket net, Loon gets sandwiched between two, and we get a whistle and a hand pass called on River Falls. And so we'll get a face-off coming up here outside the Yellow Jacket blue line.
An opportune whistle there for the Yellow Jackets. He'll be able to make a line change right when they wanted to, 33 seconds into this penalty kill.
Still haven't been any announcement on the penalties or anything. So I think they're having a heck of a time getting it all sorted out down there. Jackets win the face-off. That was strange.
I've never seen that before.
I've never seen that. Jackets win the draw. Frank DeVorny backs up a couple steps, and everybody else on the ice just stood there. And then the one player from River Falls who recognized it decided to play free safety and went all the way back as the Jackets sent it all the way down. Puck behind the Jacket net now. Over into the right wing corner. Loon's got it there. Up top, Davis right point. Johnny Myers on the right wing board. He scored from there last night. He's got it in the right wing corner. Myers for River Falls, making his way toward the front of the net. Back down low, Loon. Right circle, Myers. Stick handles. Down low, Loon. Right side of the net, a shot. Boschert the save. Comes over to the left side. Now Smith out front. Wanted Collette, but he didn't have his stick down. Now Myers feeds Lewin along the right goal line. Up top, over to Smith. He fans on the one-timer in the left circle. River Falls regains control. Good puck possession here for the Falcons on this power play. Myers now in the right circle. Passes it down low. He gets upended by Blake Holmes, who comes out with the puck, and he's going to lead the rush. Holmes now up the left wing, decides to send it all the way down. Johnny Myers not happy about that takedown, but let's be honest, Johnny, you probably weren't going to get another penalty call on this one after that last exchange. Carrying it back the other way now. River Falls in the final seconds on the power play as Whitehouse vacates the penalty box. We're back to 5-on-5. Yellow Jackets 2 for 2 on the kill. A hair over 5 minutes to go here in the first. No score from Westman Arena. Foss has it for River Falls. Left point shot blocked by Nickerson. Dauphiné pursuing the puck, but Foss using that long reach that he's got. Turns the puck away from the forechecker and dumps it back in. Bergstrom has it for the Yellow Jackets now. Goes to the right side, Nickerson. Ahead for Dauphiné. He backhands that one into River Falls territory. Brust giving chase for the Falcons. Wraps that one around the right side. Dauphiné holds the zone and takes a long shot. Boynton deflects that one with the blocker, and it's going to go up over the glass and out of play. So Ishmael, Lindahl, and Lee all have unsportsmanlike conduct penalties.
Mystery solved. And worth noting, even after 2 power plays, River Falls only credited with 3 total shots on goal thus far in this one. Same for the Yellow Jackets at this point.
And I see that, I'm assuming it's Lee and Ryder are still in the box. So those are longer than 2-minute penalties apparently. As River Falls takes the long shot that's gloved and held.
Going to be a nasty one tonight.
Kind of hoping he was announcing the penalties here. I'll just have to wait and see the printout at the end of the period to figure out exactly what happened here. At any rate, 4:21 to go, first period. Face off to the right of Boschert. Falcons control it. Foss, right point, a shot. He misses wide. Atwill from the left circle has his shot blocked, and Cade Shea is going to take it the other way up the right wing. Shea into the River Falls zone. Goes behind the net where he's got Kagawa. Icky Kagawa tied up. Gets free, now he's got the puck. Gives it to Cade Shea. It's poked off his stick. Francois in there to help out. Francois on the left half board tries to poke it deep. It comes free, and Shea's got it up top now for Whitehouse. He sweeps it to the right wing board, but nobody there. River Falls will clear. Puck's going to come back down into the Yellow Jacket zone. Kagawa has it. On the right wing, he goes over to the left wing now where he's got Bergstrom. Bergstrom across the River Falls line, down left corner. He'll pause, leaves it for Yarmolnik. Yarmolnik up top at the left point for Setter, who's covering. His long shot's going to miss wide. Comes off the end board, Voss to clear. It's going to be tipped out. Yeah, big time stick hold there, but play continuing on. Now the Yellow Jackets on the right wing of Ishmael here. Ishmael down low, right corner, River Falls zone for Setter. He's tied up. Yarmolnik in to help out. Yarmolnik now right wing corner. Yarmolnik again. Gives it for Ishmael in the right circle. Ishmael's got it now. He'll float that one up to the line. No chance at all for Holmes there. That wasn't a good saucer pass. Now Setter on the right wing, throws that toward the net. It misses wide. Karam off the end board, hops over the stick of Ishmael. Collette behind the goal for the Falcons to clear. Held in left point, Holmes takes the shot. Tipped in front by Yarmolnik, and it just goes over the goal. Now it's going to be played back up the boards. Comes out to neutral ice. Myers has it there. Backs it up for Foss. He'll play catch with his defense partner and then send that one ahead. Owen Belisle across the line. Muscled off the puck. He'll play it behind the Yellow Jacket net. Rasmussen there first. Up the left boards for Riddle. Danziger gets a stick on the puck and clears. Carpenter for River Falls, left wing boards. He'll flip that back down into Yellow Jacket territory. 2 minutes to go here in this opening period. No score. Puck hits the referee, and the Yellow Jackets have to go the other direction with it now. Riddle on the left wing. Passes that one ahead on the right side. Nickerson into the middle for Rasmussen. He'll send it to the right corner. Davis there first for River Falls. He chips it past the defense. Now it comes down low. Nickerson taken down. It's going to be a penalty. And immediately Alex Davis throws the cross check to the face to make sure he tries to even that one up. And hopefully the referees don't fall for it.
Yeah, I would have preferred Nickerson to just take the power play and skate away there.
Well, a guy puts lumber in your grill.
Good, he's skating all the way to the player bench, so does not look like there will be any retaliation penalty called here. The Jackets will go on the power play for the final 139 of this one unless they score.
18:21 the time of the penalty. Tripping on Alex Davis. Yellow Jacket power play coming into the game at 14.5%. They had the horse collar last night, 3 opportunities.
And we talked about it last night. Power play is a big factor for the Yellow Jackets. They do a lot of things well, but those empty nights on the power play are hurting when they're playing against good teams like this.
And it's happened a lot this year. I mean, the Yellow Jackets scoreless on the power play 12 times in 18 games. Or 18. They win the face-off, but they turn it over. Now it's bouncing around behind the net. Rosevall's got it. He's knocked down. Foss to clear, held in by Ryder at the left point. Now it kicks into the slot. Dauphiné down low. Rosevall left circle. Up top, Ryder left point. Right point, Holmes. Or left circle now, Rosevall. Back up top. Right point, Blake Holmes in the middle for Ryder. Fakes the shot, gives it to Stark left circle. Stark now is going to carry behind the Falcon goal. Comes out right wing side. Has it right circle, gives it to Holmes. Back up top for Stark. He walks, fires, Boynton the save. And now the Jackets are probably going to take one here as Rosevall took a swipe at the goaltender. And yep, that's going to be the end of the power play.
Not necessarily. He may take 2 players here. We'll see. Certainly there are penalties called. He gestured toward the box twice, so I'm not sure if it's 2 players or if he was just being emphatic about sending Rosevall off, and it looks like you are indeed right, John.
I mean, that's a completely unnecessary penalty.
Yep.
You know, what's Daniel Rosevall thinking there? You don't have to take that swipe.
Right.
You can tell by how this first period has unfolded, they are going to call those kinds of penalties tonight.
Right, they need to take control of it.
Don't put your team in that position.
Right.
Time of that penalty is 19:03. So we'll play 4-on-4 for the remainder of the first period. It's going to be Rosevall for slashing. And we're 4-on-4. Falcons win the faceoff. Lindahl on the left wing board, knocked off the play. Hunter Jones has it now, so he's back on the ice after being helped off not once but twice tonight. Then he's taken down by Blake Holmes, but play continuing on. Now behind the net, you can hear the referee telling Blake Holmes, let him go. As Reed Stark picks up the puck, starts up the right wing. Now he'll hit the brakes and come back. Pressured by Jones, he leaves it there for Ryder. Ryder over to the left wing. That's going to be easily picked off as Brust comes back for River Falls. Right circle, a shot, Boschert to save. Then he gets contacted after the play. That's the exact same thing. He better well take him. That is the exact same thing that happened at the other end.
This one's going to boil over tonight.
You can just tell.
The officials are struggling. The teams are.
That was the exact same thing that happened at the other end when they called that penalty. And this one they decide to let go.
Yep. Officials are struggling and teams are taking every liberty they possibly can both ways, and it's going to be a tough one.
14 seconds left in the first period. Face off to Boschert's left. We're 4-on-4 as the Falcons control the draw. Brust from the right point has his shot blocked. Jackets able to clear in the neutral zone on the left wing. Rasmussen sends it in. Comes behind the net. Lee almost had his pocket picked by Riddle. And the horn sounds, bringing this first period to a close. Kind of grateful I don't have a sideline reporter for this one tonight, because players and coaches probably don't have a lot of good to say after the way that this first period came and went.
Yeah, very entertaining period of hockey. Fast skating early on, hard hitting throughout. Definitely lost the tempo in the second half of that period as the penalties started to mount, the chippiness started to mount. Kind of ground to a halt there for the second half, but scoreless after one, about as even as it gets through first period of this one.
Shots favor the Yellow Jackets 6-5 in the first. Nobody finds the back of the net. 0-0 after 20 minutes of play. We'll take a timeout and come back with our first intermission, sponsored by Hovland Incorporated. We'll have our conversation with the Yellow Jacket head coach, Rich McKenna, right after this. This is Yellow Jacket Hockey on 91.3 KUWS Superior and Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the WIAC Network. Intermission here on Saturday night, and as always, the first intermission is sponsored by Hovland Incorporated, and I'm joined by Coach Rich McKenna. No pregame tonight because of the basketball doubleheader, so we'll squeeze you into that first intermission. And let's talk a little bit about last night. 2-2 tie, which not the end of the world. The winning streak goes away, but the unbeaten streak is still alive, and that's a good thing. But whale of a hockey game, an absolutely incredible first period.
Yeah, I thought we started on the right side of things for sure. I thought we lost a little. We started to try and cheat it a little bit, I think, in the second. Got back to it in the third. all in all, it was a good game. We just need to make, the work count and pop one or two more with the way we were playing. Didn't really like the goals we gave up. I thought they were kind of two fluky goals, in all honesty. But it happens. It's the WIAC. It is what it is. We got a point last night. We just want more points. Like, I would say, I had to tell the guys the sun will rise today, because like they looked pretty down yesterday, and that's what happens.
What was the explanation you got on the first goal? Because from our angle up top, we couldn't really see anything. We couldn't see the puck in there, and I said on the air, if this is the NHL, that goal probably gets reversed, because there was no way your goaltender was allowed to play his position on that play.
That was my whole position. That doesn't apply here with no goal review, and they said it went in, and I was like, well, I don't, like, if he's not able to make this, did the puck go through him, or like, was it helped in by contact and everything else? And they couldn't really answer it, and when I couldn't get the answer, I knew I was right and they were wrong, and I just had to take that moral victory.
First period last night, your top line was dynamic, and arguably the best speed I've seen out of that group all season long.
Yeah, they were good. JD, I thought we had the best forward in JD on the ice, and we had the best defenseman in Tyler Ryder on the ice. They were fast. They were hard. I thought their habits were actually pretty good. They set a tone that a lot of guys followed for the first 20. And the second wasn't as bad. We just weren't as good in the second as we were in the third, and I think, or in the first. And I think we got back to it of being a little bit more simple in the third. But it was I thought they were the best line on the ice for sure.
I thought your goaltender fought it a little bit last night.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit different of a pace than probably what we've played against in the last couple of games, and again, Kobe gave up 2 goals, right? Like, it's not like to win. It's a race to 3. We didn't get the third one, but neither did they, and that's how we got a point.
Talk to me a little bit. You mentioned Tyler Ryder earlier. Talk to me a little bit about him, because he's I guess kind of having a coming out party this year, and we're seeing things out of him that we didn't see the first 2 years. He's kind of figured the game out now, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think, in the first, his first year, he was good. He was a solid defender, and I don't think anybody ever accused him of being Cale Makar at all. His second year, he started to gain a little bit more confidence with the puck, and I think this year he's kind of put it all together, and he knows he's not going to get, I'm not going to put the harnesses on him, like, go, just get back and, be responsible. And again, like, that's the biggest thing, like, with our team, I think this year that we have figured out is, 1, the freedom inside the system, and 2, like, if you make a mistake, I don't care about the mistake. It's what you do after is the most important thing to me, because, like, I don't want our guys to play strictly structured. Like, go make a play. It's okay. Now, if that play doesn't work, are you getting back above, or are you going to go do the big old loop, or are you going to slam your stick? Like what are you going to do? Are you going to be a youth hockey player or a college hockey player?
Flipping the page now here, and the beauty of the 2-game series, you get the same team again tonight, and they've got to be feeling pretty good, because they did get the extra point last night, so they get 2. They stay within striking distance of first place in the WIAC. So how do you counter what you had last night with tonight?
You show the video of their goalie doing the ole at the end of the shootout, and you send a message to your team and see if they respond.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
Take care, guys.
That's Yellow Jacket head coach Rich McKenna, an abbreviated conversation that I had with him prior to the game here this evening. And, there's certain things, obviously, he says to me off air that wouldn't be included in a pregame interview. And there's things that he says, obviously, it's a family show that I can't say as part of a pregame interview. But he seemed to acknowledge that that this game could start at a rolling boil. And that's definitely the case, Jason. As we watch the 20 minutes unfold here, this was a rough and tumble opening 20.
Well said. That was a rolling boil start for sure. Nobody passed up an opportunity to make a hit. Colin Pettersson sent a message early, and that kind of continued throughout the entirety of the period. Like I mentioned, it seems like both teams are looking for every opportunity to make hits, legal or in some cases maybe a little bit over the line. Really physical, really fast. The first 10 minutes, I mean, that was as good a hockey as we've seen all season. That was fantastic. The pace slowed after that as the penalties started to mount, but definitely a really intense, fun first period of action.
Yeah, we talked too, if you remember a few weeks ago when Stout was in town, we talked about in that game how every inch of ice was really contested. That was a tough game because you weren't getting anything for free that night. This has the same feel. Every inch of the ice is having to be fought for tonight. And that increases that boil a little bit. And as penalties are and sometimes are not called, frustration starts to mount, and then that rolling boil is boiling over.
Right, and one difference I would say we've seen tonight versus what we saw against Stout is the speed of the skating. Like, everything's happening faster and a little bit harder in this matchup between these two teams, and that leads to bigger impacts and more of them, and we've certainly seen that so far in this one.
Earlier this afternoon in the WIAC, UW Eau Claire finished off their sweep of Northland College with a 5-0 victory at the Bay Area Civic Center in Ashland. So they outscored the Lumberjacks 7-0 on the weekend and pick up 6 very big points for them. And they, by way of that, currently jump into first place because they're now 1 point ahead of both the Yellow Jackets and UW Stevens Point. So big victory for them today. The other game going on tonight is early in the second period at the Finetti Community Center in Menominee. Stevens Point and Stout scoreless. So Stevens Point with a big win there last night as they win 5-1 and scoreless there after 1 early in the second period.
Yeah, big opportunity for Stout tonight to try to answer back for what happened last night and then try to claw its way into that logjam toward the top of the WIAC.
Right, because you look at the standings, and this is all stuff we normally talk about in the pregame show, but you look at the standings and you see a little bit of separation there. You had 2 teams at 17 points, you had 2 teams at 15, they had a team at 8. There's a little bit of separation there. So these every point is huge, obviously. The Yellow Jackets have left a few on the table here this year, despite the fact that they're 6-1-1 in the conference. They have left 4 points on the table now with the overtime wins and the shootout loss last night. So they're leaving some points on the table, and the ones you're playing for here tonight are critical.
And it was interesting to hear in the interview with Coach McKenna that he noticed the goalie antics after the shootout yesterday as well, and was going to use that in a message to his team, and hopefully that's enough to push the Yellow Jackets over the hump tonight. Try to get an outcome in regulation and not take this one into overtime and lose that extra point opportunity.
First intermission sponsored by Hovland Incorporated. The Yellow Jackets and River Falls scoreless after 1. We'll take a break and come back with more of our intermission programming right after this. This is Yellow Jacket Hockey on 91.3 KUWS Superior and Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the WIAC Network. at Westman Arena, a little over 3 minutes away from the start of the second period. The Yellow Jackets and River Falls tied in a scoreless battle after one period of play. Elsewhere today on the UW Superior campus, the Yellow Jacket men's basketball team falling to Minnesota Morris, 76-71, the final score there. The Yellow Jackets in overtime, I might add, as Andrew Cornelius, who led the Yellow Jackets with 12 points, hit the buzzer beater to force the overtime period. Tough start for the Jackets. They fell behind 6-0 and were kind of inconsistent on the shooting. And, you know, they never really had a lead. Or Morris had like a 6-point lead, and then the Yellow Jackets came back and they had like a 4-point lead. It was a little bit of a seesaw battle. Morris opened up a double-digit lead the second half. Yellow Jackets came back and tied it, but in the end they couldn't overcome. And they again fall 76-71. Cornelius with 12. Rocco Paulson had 11, and then 3 different players, Reed Johnson, Joey Barker, and Javon Walker, all had 10. So 5 players in double figures for the Yellow Jackets today, but not quite enough. And they fall to Minnesota Morris. The Yellow Jacket women, on the other hand, were victorious today, 64-42 over the Cougars. And it was a little bit of redemption there for the Yellow Jacket women, as it was the Cougars who upset them in the conference championship game last winter. So they get a little bit of redemption there. Really strong outing. There we are from Elise Bessinen, who will be the UMAC Player of the Week. I'll go ahead and say it. She had a 30-point game today. 12 of 19 shooting, 6 of 10 from 3. And that comes on the heels of a 32-point game she had on Wednesday on the road at Northwestern. She was 2 points away from tying a school record in that game.
Wow.
So the senior from Ewan, Michigan, had a strong week, and 62 points should be enough to lock in the weekly hardware from the Upper Midwest Athletic Conference.
Chipped in a tie for the team lead with 6 boards, too, it looks like there.
Yeah, she got 6 boards in there, 3 assists, 2 steals.
Solid game.
Absolutely, and only 1 turnover, only 2 fouls. So the Yellow Jacket point guard in 38 minutes of service today puts on a show down at the Mertz. They're awaiting the arrival of the teams. The referees are at the Yellow Jacket bench, catching an earful from Coach McKenna. And the question for me is, what earful is he giving them right now? Is it the missed kneeing call that led to the melee, or is it the non-call on the goalie contact at the end of the period?
Yeah, I think the missed kneeing call appeared, to me anyway, to be the most obvious. It wasn't just a flyby where somebody stuck out a subtle body part and caught a little bit of the goalie's helmet. That missed kneeing call was pretty obvious and led directly to a really good scoring chance for River Falls. So if I were in that position, that play would be causing me a little more angst than the light touch to the goalie head that came later on.
So where are we at here? We're going to start 4-on-4. And then River Falls will get its penalized player, Alex Davis, back. And then the Jackets will be on the penalty kill for the 3rd time in the game so far.
And both of those penalties have now been returned to the board.
Yeah, but it's not correct.
It's true.
That is absolutely not correct.
That would have been a good thing to take care of during that 25-minute intermission we just had.
While we're at it, a little bit of congratulations in order for our friend Seamus Gregory and the University of Dubuque. First win of the season today. And boy, did they do it right. Knocking off Adrian in overtime, 5-4. So congratulations, Seamus. Well done, my friend.
Fly the W flag.
And I understand part of the trick that they're having down there is the parts for the scoreboard haven't come in yet. They can't see on that side what is and is not on the board.
Yeah.
So what we are seeing on this side of things, and if you're looking at the screen here, you can just see at the top the scoreboard. That is what we see. On the other side, those penalties aren't there. So they have no idea what's on the board right now.
That definitely adds to the degree of difficulty. There we go.
All right, now it looks like we're good. So 39.
Oh.
All right, never you mind. We are not good.
As both penalties were removed instead of just one.
There we go. Okay, that's a different time completely.
Ah.
And I don't believe it's correct. I do not believe it's correct.
Well, as long as the officials...
Oh, no, actually, I take that back. I believe that is correct.
As long as the officials and coaches and players know, I guess we don't really need it right on the scoreboard.
That is the correct time on the clock. So 21 seconds left in the minor penalty to Alex Davis.
River Falls is going to make a line change.
Delay.
I wonder if they're asking Coach McKenna if he wants to
are you good
suit,
with your
or
4?
Are you okay with your 4?
So 21 seconds left in the penalty to Davis before River Falls will go on the power play for 43 seconds? 43 seconds. At any rate, the puck is down in the second period underway here at Westman Arena, finally. In the neutral zone, Rasmussen with the steal, and he'll send it the distance. That should have been icing, but the goalie comes out and plays it. Again, final seconds are going to tick off the Davis penalty, and the Falcons will go to the power play for the third time, and that power play commences now. In the neutral zone, Tyler Lee for River Falls chips it into Yellow Jacket territory. Whitehouse gets there. He goes to clear. That's going to get deflected by a Falcon stick and come all the way down. I look across the ice next to Kobe Grant, and I see Jan Skorpik in attendance. So he is back from his stretch with his national team at the World University Games. Or if you missed us last night talking about it, boy, did he have a tournament over there. In the Yellow Jacket zone, Myers plays it down low, now gets it back on the right wing side. Gives it to Loon right side of the net, out front for Collette. The one-timer misses wide. That's going to come out to neutral, and that'll kill it off. Now a steal. Colin Pedersen had it, but then he mishandled, then fell down. Penalized player back on, so we're back to 5 skaters apiece. Puck played into the Yellow Jacket zone. A shot kicked away by Jack Boschert. Jason delighted with what he just saw, or surprised by what he just saw.
I can't believe it wasn't a penalty.
Now back the other way comes Danziger for the Jackets, ahead for Roosevelt. Roosevelt carries to center. Slides that one over to the right wing. Behind the net now, controlled Danziger. Danziger right side of the net, pokes it in on goal. Boynton got down to cover. And now we're going to get a whistle. I hear you, Steve Stocker. I just got a text message from Steve Stocker, who is pretty much the guy who runs everything down at River Falls, and his son is the manager of Westman Arena here, so it made a wisecrack about the scoreboard today. Thanks for tuning in, Steve. Falcons control the face-off here. Back to 5 skaters apiece we are as the comes out to neutral ice. It comes across the Yellow Jacket line. Dauphiné breaks it up. The Jackets, Roosevelt. His pass ahead is going to be behind Stark and come all the way down. And icing is the call, and we have a bit of a disjointed second period here, as things a little herky-jerky to start.
Right now with all the special teams play over, hopefully coaches can get back to settled lines and we can roll 4 for a while and get a little more flow back into this game.
Face-off is to Boschert's right. Dauphiné has the stick held there, and he was able to get the foot on the puck and kick it away from trouble. Now Burke Simpson for River Falls. He's going to play it down low. Loon's got it. Watched there by Whitehouse. Cycled back behind the net. Atwill for River Falls. All the way up to the left point for Lee. Down to the left corner for Simpson. Jackets, you're on. It's 5-5 now. You don't have to defend quite like this. Comes into the point, or the left point rather. A long shot. Boschert the save, and Coach McKenna will change personnel. Not liking what he's seeing out of that line. So we'll try another one. Jackets back on the road, as this is the final game of a 5-game homestand. They're back on the road next weekend. The Hobbs Ice Arena in Eau Claire. 2 games set there with the Blue Golds, Friday and Saturday nights. We'll have them both here on 91.3 KUWS. Fortunately, you have to turn into their live stream if you want to watch it. Loon for River Falls between the circles, a shot. Boschert makes a nice stop there. The puck comes up to the line. It's going to be flipped on the backhand toward the net and gloved by Boschert, so he'll hold. And a face-off coming here once again in the Yellow Jacket zone. Jackets flat.
Yeah, a little bit flat, bit of a turnover there. Ended up coming right up the middle of the ice and led to a good shot on goal for River Falls. Not the start UWS was looking for, but plenty of time to change that here in the second.
Face off once again to Boschert's right. River Falls wins this one as well. It's going to come down low behind the net. DeVorney ties up his man. Belisle picks up the puck in the right corner. He's knocked down on the play by Blake Holmes. Now the puck's going to come back behind the Yellow Jacket net, scooped up there by DeVorney. He mishandled and has to instead play it back behind the net. Nobody in a gold sweater decides they want to go after that one. Finally, Holmes does get it. Sends it to the right side for Nickerson, and then he goes and pitchforks that on the backhand up into the bottom of the scoreboard.
Defensemen not really moving their feet right now for UWS.
No, I was watching Blake Holmes on that play down there, and he just kind of stood and watched that puck.
Right.
And I mean, maybe it was the end of a long shift for him, and he didn't have enough gas in the tank, but in your D zone, you can hardly just stand and watch. I can hear Coach Nelson yelling at me right now. Get there! Puck in the Yellow Jacket zone where it's been for the bulk of the second period. Comes up to the right point. Carpenter walks it off the wall. His shot blocked by Riddle. It's going to come back down to the left corner and behind the net. Good job by Bergstrom to get in the way of Cody and send the Jackets back. Cutting to the middle with it, Nickerson, and on the left wing, he dumps it in. Davis bumped there by Riddle. Big hit behind the net as Carpenter is knocked down. A good stiff check by Gavin Rasmussen. And then the puck goes up into the Yellow Jacket bench, so we'll get another face-off.
Excellent, clean body check there. Caught him in the trolley tracks. Gets a buzz out of the crowd for that one behind the net.
16-17 to go here in this second period. Still no score. Shots 8-7 River Falls. Foss behind his net. Some nifty stick handling by the big man. Gets away from Kagawa, and it comes up to center. Smith couldn't handle the pass. Jackets intercept. Pedersen over to Kagawa, left circle. Back for Pedersen going to the net, but it's broken. Francois scores! Initial shot doesn't get through. Loose puck into the slot. Francois buries it. Jackets lead.
Big goal for the Jackets. Not sure if Francois hits this puck out of mid-air or not. Have to wait and catch the replay, but at any rate, got it up high over the shoulder of the goaltender. And just like they did last night, the Yellow Jackets get the first goal of this one.
4:02 of the second period, the time. Francois' fifth. Kagawa and Pedersen should get the apples here, and the Jackets are in front. Puck dumped in here by Tyler Ryder. Kagawa closes in on the defense quickly. Now Kagawa left corner. Kagawa carries behind the goal.
His fifth goal of the season, number 26, Matt Francois. He got an assist from number 16, Colin Pedersen, and number 19, Iki Kagawa.
So Kagawa and Pedersen get the assists. On the goal there by Francois, his fifth of the season. He had one last year. He has a no goal bigger than that one right there to put the Yellow Jackets in front. And I gotta say, props to whoever was hammering the goal horn down there. That's how you do it.
Yeah, this place exploded after that one. Good crowd, good goal horn. We're rocking here at Western.
Ooh, that should be a penalty. Face off, they got him.
They called the hand pass.
Oh, they called a hand pass instead. Oh boy. Because Justin Dauphiné got tied up, and yeah, they're going to talk about it. This should be a penalty. He played the puck off a face-off with his glove, and you can't do that.
It's not the first time we've seen it this year.
That should be a face-off violation. That should be a penalty. I'm watching the official. They're going to let it go. No, they got him. They got him. That's a face-off violation on Justin Dauphiné, and you can't do that. Time of that penalty is going to be 4:39. And I know Gavin Rasmussen is out wanting an explanation, but there is no explanation to be had there.
Right.
You know, if you can't win it with the stick, you're not allowed to put the glove down and play the puck, and that's exactly what he did. The crowd doesn't like it, but that's a penalty.
I think that went in the Yellow Jackets' favor earlier this year. I can't remember the team we saw it happen against, but this time it works against the Yellow Jackets. It's like you said, that's not negotiable. That's just a rule change that is what it is. So
we saw it in the season opener. Gustavus got called for one. So
okay, yep.
Yeah, you can't do that. So fourth power play here now for River Falls. Jackets playing with fire here with these penalties that they're taking tonight. Myers on the right wing has it now. Gives it for Loon. Back to Myers on the half board. Lee at the right point. Myers half board. Right wing corner. Loon. Back to Myers. He carries down low. Roosevelt breaks up the pass. Rasmussen's going to send that the distance. Yellow Jackets will change penalty killers here as Tyler Lee comes out from behind his goal. Feeds Myers on the left wing, who's blazing up the wall. Sharp angle shot goes through the goal mouth, and that's going to kick off the boards and come back to neutral. It's up on end. Lee settles it down and plays it over to the left side. Yellow Jackets got a stick on that, and River Falls is stuck in the neutral zone right now. Max Collette up the right side. Rink wide feet on the left for Myers, who's stuck behind the defense. Drops it off for Loon. Now he curls it back up top. Too many on the ice for River Falls there, but they let it go. Player who jumped on the ice played the puck, so that should have been a too many men on the ice penalty, but the officials didn't see that one. The puck sent all the way back down. Under a minute to go now in the power play for River Falls. Rust up the middle. His pass out of the reach of Burke Simpson. Jackets play it back the other way. Rasmussen is behind the defense, but that's got too much on it. Boynton comes out to play it. And Simpson now over to the right wing side. Hunter Jones, he stood up at the line. The puck laying just inside the line. River Falls recovers. Jones into the high slot. A one-timer blocked beautifully by Rasmussen. The block, the spin, and the ice all in one motion. Great play there by the Yellow Jacket captain. Now Roosevelt feeds it to Ryder. Ryder left circle, takes the shot, saved by Boynton. Now going, hitting him in the glove. Now a steal, Starkus shot and a save by Boynton. Best opportunities of this man advantage coming for the Yellow Jackets, who are on the kill, as they were inches away from their sixth shorthanded goal of the season. Dauphiné out of the box. Jackets have a 3-on-2 if they hustle. Stark up the left wing, across the line, cuts to the middle, feeds it down low for Dauphiné. He's tied up by Carpenter. Now in the left corner, centering attempt by Ishmael is blocked. At the left point, Holmes has it. Over to the right point, Whitehouse's shot, it's blocked. It comes down to the left corner, scooped up there by Stark. He banks it off the boards behind the net for Carpenter, but it's stolen here now. Ishmael up top for Whitehouse, but he was going the wrong direction, and instead that comes all the way down. Boschert plays it ahead quickly. Holmes steps into it now. Holmes left circle, tried to force that one through to Stark at the front of the net, but it's broken up. Now Belial for River Falls passes that one ahead on the right wing. Across the line, Cody with a shot. Big save there by Boschert as he blockers that one ahead. And now it's Dauphiné the other direction. Get the fire wagons out, because that's what's happening right now as we are end to end here in the second period. On the left wing side, shot Ishmael. Boynton the save. It caroms to the right wing corner. Cade Shea has it there now. Shea for the Yellow Jackets comes out with it here. Shea stick handling right side. Dropping it off. Ishmael now carries it all the way up to the blue line. Saucers it to the left point. Bergstrom. He'll feather that one down low. It comes behind the net. Nickerson out front. Yarmolnik on the doorstep. A shot by Shea, and it just misses wide. Now Nickerson left wing corner. Shot tipped by Shea, and the save made by Boynton. Shea tripped up. Jackets get it back. Yarmolnik up top. Left point. Down low. Banked off the end board. Nickerson's got it there for Yarmolnik here. Jackets playing some keep away. Get on your feet, people. We love it. Now behind the net. Delayed penalty call on River Falls. And when you have a shift like this, that's what's going to happen if you don't score. It comes back up top. Danziger feeds it down low. Extra attacker on. Rasmussen back up top. Bergstrom fires, and a save is made by Boynton. The Falcons will finally touch up, and that was about 90 seconds where nobody in a red sweater played the puck, Jason. Great shift by that line.
The River Falls Falcons got trapped out there with one group that couldn't get off the ice. UWS was able to make a line change while they were in the offensive zone. So the first group buzzed the Falcons for a while, and then UWS was able to make a full line change and still maintain possession. So a second line, completely fresh players, were out there against an already tired River Falls group, and they took full advantage and then drew the penalty.
8:41 the time of the penalty. It's on Tyler Lee. I didn't see the indication, did you?
I did not.
Okay, so I did not see the indication of the penalty. At any rate, it's cross-checking is the call. Thank you very much. Second power play for the Yellow Jackets. The power play sponsored by Superior Water, Light, and Power. Sees Carson Riddle through center across the Falcon line. He pulls up on the left wing, feeds it high slot Kagawa. He's got a lane, takes the shot, he misses high. Karam comes off the end board with a lot of steam on it, and Boynton will smartly reach up and grab it. And a face-off coming in the River Falls zone. Going back to your last point, trapping that line out there, the reason they were trapped, Boschert came out and played the puck and made a great pass up the left wing.
That's a good point. I mean, that was like all the way to the attacking blue line, that pass, and he put it right on the money.
And they had no choice but to retreat back when they were trying to get out. So that was a really great play by the Yellow Jacket goaltender.
An example of how your goalie can help you out with more than just saves.
Right wing corner now. The puck is loose. Francois going after it. Big pile up in the right corner. Pettersson's in the middle of it. Shocking, I know. Meanwhile, the loose puck back the other way. Hunter Jones across the Yellow Jacket line centers, but Francois breaks it up on the back check. He's got the only goal of the hockey game so far. 10.5 to go, second period. 1-0 Yellow Jackets. Carson Riddle up the left wing now. Sends it around the boards. Dauphiné on the right side has it poked away from him, but Rasmussen holds. Now to Riddle, left point. Walks, Riddle up top. Rasmussen walks, fires, and a save made by Boynton. And he had both Dauphiné and Roosevelt lurking, looking for the loose puck. And a nice save made there through the traffic by the River Falls goaltender.
Jackets looking to extend a lead, which they were not able to do last night.
And I mean, it's no secret, Jason, we've been fairly critical of the power play for much of the season here. And this is where the rubber hits the road for the power play. They need to convert here.
This attempted clearing pass by River Falls stung Holmes there. Got him in the hand, bounced off him, and then went into the player bench. So he ended up getting a stoppage. And
insult to injury, the faceoff comes out.
Right. He's trying to see if he can still feel his stick after taking that one in the palm.
49 seconds left in this Yellow Jacket power play. Dauphiné wins the draw and goes forward. He drives it toward the net. Gets it into the goal crease. The shot saved. Oh, big pile up there. Yellow Jackets are celebrating. And that's the same thing as last night. Sean Hauser waving it off immediately. But that is the same kind of thing that happened last night. And they said that one was a goal. Actually, there was less humanity that went in the net. But they Yellow Jackets celebrated like it went in.
The Jackets bench is frustrated. I mean, short.
The red light did not come on.
Right.
So you always have that going too, but last night that counted.
Yep.
Face-off will be to the left of Boynton with exactly 10 minutes to go here in the second. I feel like even I'm getting more excited tonight here. Rolling Boyle indeed. Jackets control the draw, right point. Holmes, left point Ryder, back to Holmes. Poked off his stick. Nice play by Stark to hold. Right circle now, Reed Stark. Gives it into the right corner. Roosevelt back to Stark. Off the boards. Walks, fires. That hits the outside of the goal. Stark gets it back. 20 to go in the power play. Stark. Holmes in the right circle. Down low. Roosevelt. Back into the high slot. Stark takes the shot. It's blocked in front. Stark followed up, but that one couldn't connect. Ryder holds the zone. Ryder feeds over for Holmes. Back over to the right side. The one-timer. Roosevelt, and he whiffed. Now it's loose. Roosevelt sprawls out to hold. Penalized player back on. Ryder into the slot. Stark takes the shot, and he just missed. Boynton never saw that one with Dauphiné in front. Now Ishmael up top. Ryder a shot, and that's tipped over the top of the goal. Left wing corner. Stark comes out of the corner with it. Tries to force it to the net. Bouncing puck. Stark right at the goal, but a good job on defense by Lee to poke it away from trouble. Right wing corner. Stark has it here. Reed Stark carries up the boards, has it at the right point, looking for a gap, fans on the pass. Ryder somehow holds the zone again. Ryder down the boards, loses the puck. Ishmael's got it. Ishmael now at the left point. He'll feed it deep as the Jackets are in the midst of a change. Yarmolnik comes out of the left corner, turns, fires, save Boynton. That one got through, and a good save by the River Falls goaltender. Now out front, a shot by Ishmael to save, and the rebound was there for a moment. Center tackled to the ice by Foss as Boynton covers up the puck.
I don't think there was any ill intent by Foss there.
I think he was falling down.
Looked like he was going to fall down anyway. And
he was using Setter to break his fall.
Yep. Another great shift by the Yellow Jackets. Everything but scoring there. And again, taking advantage of a very tired River Falls Falcons line.
You know, it's interesting. Coaches get the game film, they film the game or whatever they do, and they submit that into a program. I can't remember. He told me before the game. Life of me, I'm drawing a blank on it. But you put it in and it spits out all your analytics and all of that stuff. And Coach McKenna was telling me that the analytics came out on ozone time last night. Not possession, just amount of time that the puck is in your offensive zone. The Yellow Jackets had it in the ozone for just over 31 minutes last night.
Wow.
Take a guess what River Falls ozone time was.
I couldn't even guess, like 16?
Take the one away.
Oh, wow.
It was like 6.5 minutes.
Wow.
And I said, there's no way that can be right. And he says, if you go back and watch, we had ozone time, a lot of neutral zone play. We didn't have to defend very much. We were forcing them to chase it back, forcing them to defend.
Right.
But we didn't have to defend nearly as much. And I thought that was a really interesting point. As I'm watching the second period, which was the worst period last night, the Yellow Jackets are forcing River Falls to defend a lot like they did last night.
Absolutely, yes.
Yarmolnik wins the face-off. Dvorny left point. Shot gets through the save made. The rebound there as Boynton mishandled it. Setter comes out with the puck. Broken lumber on the ice right now. Who does it belong to? Looks like everybody has it. Oh, one Falcon doesn't have a stick, and then the shot by Setter gets blocked by the guy who didn't have a stick. Stole it from his centerman. And then blocks the shot to get the stoppage.
It would be interesting to see what the translation of that offensive zone time is into expected goals. That's the next step,
right?
Because with all of that zone time, I'm sure the expected goals.
And again, that's not possession.
Right.
That's just the amount of time the puck is on that side of the blue line.
Right.
Turnover behind the Falcon goal now, centered by Yarmolnik, and Setter pokes it just wide. Right wing corner, River Falls zone. Setter's got it. Up top, right point, Whitehouse. Left point, Dvorny. Shot tipped, misses wide. Yarmolnik tried to center. Setter's got it now. Up top at the right point, Whitehouse. He plays it down low. Yarmolnik going after it here. He hammers Foss into the boards in the corner. Picking up the puck, Setter. Down low, Ishmael. He's going to carry behind. Banks it off the net to get away from the checker, but falls down. Gets back up, and he's got the puck once again. Ishmael on the left side. 7.5 to go, second period. 1-0 Yellow Jackets. Setter in the right corner. Feeds it up top for Whitehouse. A shot tipped by the defense over the top of the goal. Dvorny pinching down. The puck is chopped past him, and Myers has it for the Falcons at center. He crosses the Yellow Jacket line, pulls up and waits, throws it in front, they score! Oh man, the Yellow Jackets, how do you allow that to happen when you get River Falls the chance to change? Myers holds onto it for a day and a half, and nobody picks up the guy coming down the bench.
Puck hasn't come out of the River Falls zone for what feels like about 5 minutes straight. They finally managed to get an exit, and it ends up in the back of the net.
Time of that goal, 12:45. Oh, that's a deflator right there. It's going to go to Ethan Lindahl, his third. That's a disappointment. The Yellow Jackets really dropped the ball defensively there.
And much like last night, we mentioned it. Get that first goal, can't extend the lead. Get the second, can't extend the lead. And once again, it's back to a tie.
He got an assist from number 17, Johnny Myers. Lindahl from...
There should be another assist on that one. I'm not sure who got it, but we'll check that out a little bit later on. Meanwhile, River Falls back on the attack. On the rush was Vidrick. He fell down. The Jackets back the other way. Danziger up the left wing boards. He crosses the line, takes a shot that goes well wide. Nickerson catches up to it right corner. Pokes it around the boards behind the net. Pinching from the left point. Bergstrom picks it up. Left corner, River Falls zone. Bergstrom comes behind the goal. Sends it up top. Danziger right point walks, takes the shot. It's blocked, and that'll carry him out to neutral ice. Pass ahead tipped in by Rasmussen. He chases it down with Carpenter. They tie up. Davis for River Falls. Passes that one ahead on the right side for Jones. Hunter Jones dumps it into the Yellow Jackets zone. He and Whitehouse tie up. Jones tries to get away. Whitehouse separates him from the puck. Rasmussen's got it. Over to the left wing for Riddle, and he'll flip it ahead. Pedersen gloves that one out of the air. Settles the puck down. Crosses the line. A long shot misses wide. Yellow Jackets have too many on the ice, but they were able to get the extra man off. Francois sends it down low. Picked up behind the net, Colin Pedersen. Up top, left point, Ryder. Pass kind of handcuffed him a little bit. And the Falcons, Simpson picks it up and clears. The neutral zone now. River Falls pokes it past. They have a 2-on-1. Simpson, a shot saved. Boschert, he'll hold. And a face-off coming up here in the Yellow Jackets zone. 5:38 to play here in the second. Yellow Jackets and River Falls deadlocked at 1. Although I feel like it shouldn't be that way.
Yeah, and we hate to keep picking on the power play, but you get these chances and you just don't capitalize.
At some point, you got to take advantage of it.
Yeah, it comes back to haunt you.
Controlled by the Falcons. Shot off the face-off by Shmekhnov gets blocked. Gib Cody on the left wing sends it behind the goal. Dvorny intercepts. He's being pestered there by Shmekhnov. Now Dvorny up the right wing. Tipped by Roosevelt and intercepted by Shmekhnov. Roosevelt feeds it back behind his net. Dvorny has got it there. Roosevelt right wing. Back to Dvorny now. Ahead for Dauphiné on the right. Dauphiné crosses the Falcon line. Throws it in on net. Saved by Boynton. Puck is in River Falls territory on the left wing side. Stark trying to dig it out of there. Roosevelt in there as well, and he comes out with it. Roosevelt goes behind the net now. Wraparound attempt. He scores! Daniel Roosevelt pulls it out of the pile, wraps it around. 2-1.
Roosevelt's wraparound somehow got to the far side of the goal. I don't know if it went through the goaltender and hit Boynton in the legs or if he got it all the way around him, but he ended up wrapping it around the glove side on the goaltender and hit it inside the far post. So the Jackets have been doing incredibly good work below the goal line, managing to cycle and keep pucks alive, and there they ended up creating a goal out of it.
15:06 the time. Roosevelt's 6th. Jackets back in front now. Can we extend the lead?
Yellow Jackets, his 6th goal of the season. Number 9, Dan Roosevelt. He got an assist from number 10, Justin Dauphiné, and number 17, Frank Dvorny.
That sounds about right. Dvorny and Dauphiné on the helpers as the Yellow Jackets have the lead for the 4th time this weekend. Puck tape played down in Yellow Jacket territory here. Bergstrom's got it now on the left wing for Cade Shea. Shea ahead for Ishmael at center, and he'll backhand that into Falcon territory. He'll peel off for a change as Shea goes in on the forecheck. On the right wing, Dylan Smith for River Falls. Sends that one down into Yellow Jacket territory. A wraps around the board. Loose on the right wing side. Falcons come out with it here. Comes up top, a long shot. The stick save made by Boschert. Too many men on the ice on River Falls, and the Jackets are going to the power play. I didn't see that at all. I mean, I've seen multiple times tonight on each side where there's been too many, but Sean Hauser caught him that time, and it's going to be a Yellow Jacket power play.
Coach barking at the officials. Not happy with that call. And we heard Coach McKenna talk in the pregame show about a race to 3, and that definitely looks to be the case again tonight. We'll see if the Jackets can get there first.
Now the referees are having a conference to discuss. I mean, I don't know how it
either was or it wasn't.
Yeah, there's no gray area on this. You have 6 skaters out there or you don't. Oh, they're going to say no. He won the argument. He won the argument.
Well, since we didn't see it, I can't say much about it.
I can't either, but that's one of the, I'm not sure I've ever seen an argument get something overturned.
Especially a too many men call. That's an odd one to have. I mean, it's not very subjective, you know?
No,
it's a little subjective, but not a lot.
I don't understand that at all, but at any rate, penalty waved off, much to the chagrin of the Yellow Jacket coaching staff. Face-off will be in the Yellow Jacket zone to Boschert's left. Played down behind the net now. Right wing corner. Holmes able to break that up. He'll flip that high in the air, and it's going to come down in the neutral zone. Tyler Lee for the Falcons. Whiffs on the pass. Nickerson able to intercept. On the right wing, Nickerson, sharp angle shot, save Boynton. Rebound is there for a moment, and now River Falls Benares will play it back the other way. Feeds it ahead for Vidrick on the left wing. He'll dump it in. Puck comes behind the Yellow Jacket net. Riddle's got it now. Plays that one around to the right wing side. Clearing attempt by Nickerson held in. Jackets get it back. Falcons still hold. They drive it deep. Jackets need a stoppage in play here because this unit is a bit on the tired side as the Falcons Atwill has it right corner. He'll leave it there for Lindahl. Now back to Atwill in the right circle. Up to the left point. Lee takes the shot. That's going to miss wide. Puck comes back over as we pass the 17-minute mark of the second period. 2-1 Yellow Jackets. Behind the River Falls net now, DeVornay's got it. He'll go off the right wing boards to neutral. Falcons break that one up. In the neutral zone now, intercepted here. Holmes feeds it for Rasmussen at the red line. He winds and lets it go, and it misses wide. Pettersson chases it down. Puck was never frozen. Play is halted.
Rasmussen's clapper from the center line looked like that scene in Slapshot where the guy fires it and hits the organist. I mean, you just don't see that anymore.
Except that it never left the ice.
Right.
But, yeah.
The guy just tee it up at the center line and let her fly.
Oh, man. Back to live action. I have an urge to watch Slapshot now. In the Yellow Jacket zone, Francois flips that out into the neutral ice. It's going to bounce and roll back into River Falls territory. Carpenter sends it around the right, and it's moved ahead for Burke Simpson. Simpson sends it behind the Yellow Jacket net. Danziger had it, and he's tied up. Simpson's got it again. He passes it up top. Foss, stick handles, takes the shot, stick save Boschert. It ends up in the left wing corner. Pettersson's got it here. Bowls over the defender and tries to get that one out of the zone. Still hasn't been knocked off his skates. Unfortunately, the puck didn't leave the zone either. Now back the other way, Bergstrom. Just a bull in a china shop.
He's a menace tonight.
Man. Dauphiné chasing it down left corner. Falcons pick it up. Foss wraps that one around looking for the 2-minute penalty, but Ikikagawa jumps off in very quick fashion. Now on the left wing, Dauphiné tied up along the board. Stark picks it up. He's bumped by Belisle. Roosevall's got it. Try that wraparound again. Roosevall right side. Up top, Whitehouse right point. In the middle, Ryder. Left circle, Stark. Wanted to take the shot. Fanned on it. Gets it back and feeds Roosevall. Roosevall spins off of a check. Banks it off the boards. Ryder's got it now. Ryder carries it behind the net. Wraparound attempt again. The save is made. Rebound, Dauphiné, and Boynton's got it this time. And we'll get a face-off coming up here in River Falls territory. 59.5 seconds remaining in the second period. I want to point out here, probably a combination of things, but between the skaters on the ice and the officials, they've done a really good job of bringing that boil down.
Yeah.
And they're just playing hockey now.
Yep.
The shenanigans are stopping.
Banging on a rebound, and when the whistle blew, everybody just stopped.
Yep.
It was good.
Yep. So
no extra poke.
I really like how everybody has brought that boil down a little bit. Falcons win the face-off. Dylan Smith dumps it into Yellow Jacket territory. Whitehouse gets there, picked up behind it, now by Stark, and he picks up speed. Sends it on the left wing for Dauphiné. The pass a little bit out of his reach. And it comes back the other way. Now a steal. Ryder up the left wing. Dauphiné. And Reed Stark was a mile offside. And we have a stoppage with 36.9 seconds remaining in the second period.
We love the physicality, love the hitting. We just want this to be like actual hockey, like body checks and that kind of aggressiveness, not silly stuff after the whistle.
Face off outside the River Falls blue line. Jackets control it. Setter gets it across the line. Stick handled one too many times and it was poke checked. Now back the other way, Lindahl dumps it in. I think he fanned on it. He wanted a harder dump than that. Setter's got it here, and the Jackets come back on the attack. Gives it over for Cade Shea across the line. He chips it in. Shea pokes it behind the net for Setter. Setter right wing corner. Up top, right point, Holmes. 10 seconds to go in the period. Shea pokes that one to the right corner again. Setter on the right half board now, avoids the referee, but then his pass is intercepted and cleared. Holmes gets it here now as he doesn't like that somebody took a liberty with him in front of the bench. And I may have spoken a hair too soon as mayhem ensues a little bit there, but now it appears that order is going to be restored. And we are going to head to the locker room with the Yellow Jackets holding a 2-1 lead after 40.
Another exciting period. Now it's time to see if the Jackets can finish the job.
I tell you what, we've had two of our better crowds of the season here this weekend, and it's worth every penny that they've paid to come to these two games. This has been really good hockey.
Yeah, great hockey. This has been super fun to watch.
2 periods in the books here at Westman Arena. Yellow Jackets hold the 2-1 lead over River Falls. We'll take a timeout and come back with our second intermission sponsored by Hovland Incorporated right after this. This is Yellow Jacket Hockey on 91.3 KUWS Superior and Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the WIAC Network. Arena. It's our second intermission sponsored by Hovland Incorporated. Quick look around the WIAC earlier today. UW Eau Claire with a 5-0 victory over Northland to complete their sweep, and a barn burner going on at the frigid Finetti Community Center in Menominee. Stevens Point Stout scoreless after 2. The stat that I can't get over, shots 25-12, Stout.
Wow.
So a Stevens Point club that is on a 7-game heater coming into tonight and playing as good a hockey as anybody in the country right now has only mustered 12 shots on goal.
I guess they used them all up last night.
Possibly, I don't know. But at any rate, good one going on down there. We'll keep our eyes on that as well because obviously that plays into what could happen here with the Yellow Jackets tonight. Here it's a 2-1 lead over River Falls after 2 periods of play. Scoreless after a penalty-filled first period, and everybody seemed to calm a little bit in the second and get back to just playing hockey. And the Yellow Jackets, I thought, we talked a little bit coming out of the media timeout about the possession time and everything. The second half of that period, they dominated along the walls and kept that puck in that zone for a long time.
Yeah, just incredibly impressive work along the walls, below the extended goal line right now by UWS. That low cycle game has just been fantastic for the Yellow Jackets. They've been so strong on the puck. They've generated a lot of chances, a lot of possession. drawn some penalties with it and scored the lead goal with it.
First goal of the game came at 4:02. Matt Francois getting the puck between the circles and scoring his 5th of the season to make it 1-0.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he actually batted that puck out of midair or not. But a big goal regardless, as it put the Yellow Jackets up, gave them that early lead.
River Falls, however, answered, and people could probably hear the disgust in my voice as I was describing that goal because it's so frustrating. I love what the way guys can. They get the puck, they can rag it, and they slow the game down to allow their team to change. Johnny Myers was 1-on-5.
Right.
He was 1-on-5 as he came into the Yellow Jacket zone. He looked up, he saw he was 1-on-5, and nobody in a gold sweater recognized it's 5-on-1. Go ahead.
Pressure the puck.
Go ahead and pressure the puck carrier here. And 2, nobody in a gold sweater went, I wonder where everybody is. Oh, they're coming off too late.
Better pick that guy up.
Yes, and it was frustrating to watch that because you could see it coming as he's holding on to the puck there and he's playing with it and playing with it and playing with it, and nobody's taking his time and space away. And then, boom, guy comes down the slot. It was Ethan Lundahl, and we have a tie game.
And the whole thing comes on the tail end of a great sequence for UWS where they were just grinding the Falcons into the ground for a long period of time in the attacking zone. It took a desperation lunge and sweep to even knock the puck up the ice to Myers, and then it ends up in the back of your net after all that good effort.
Lindahl's 3rd of the year from Myers. That was at 12:45, excuse me, of the second period. That tied the game at 1. Fortunately, it didn't seem to sting the Jackets too bad because they got right back to work along the boards, mucking it out, and the mucking resulted in the go-ahead goal.
Yeah, it was a great response by UWS, so it didn't seem like it sapped their momentum. They kind of picked up right where they left off, continued to grind away down low below the goal line, and ended up getting a nice goal on a wraparound.
Daniel Roosevelt with the wraparound there, his 6th. Dauphiné and Devornay got the assists, and that's where we stand here 2-1 after 2. You remarked on the air, too, about how the wraparound got all the way to the opposite side. That doesn't happen very often, especially when you're as tight to the post as he was there.
Right, yeah. I mean, I don't know if it went off the goalie and got to that side or if he was able to reach that far around, but that's what made it happen because Boynton was over to the post. He had it sealed off on the near side. The only way it could have went in was the far side. So great job by Roosevelt finding the opening.
Shots on goal in the second period. The Yellow Jackets had, I had that backwards. The Yellow Jackets had 15 for a 2-period total of 19.
We just saw the replay.
Oh, there we go.
Totally went 5-hole. You could see he wrapped it, but he didn't try to tuck it on the pipe. He went 5-hole, and the goalie's leg kicked it across. That's where we saw the puck come out to the far side. So he did reach a little bit, but not all the way around the goaltender. And you could tell by the way the goalie reacted because he immediately looked 5-hole after he shot it through there.
Thank you very much, Bradley. We're going to watch that again. Yeah, okay, because I missed it. I was looking at stats here, so. Oh, yeah, that's clearly a 5. Yep, he looked at the pads there, so he didn't have it closed up.
Right.
And, that's one of those things where when you're practicing that, they tell you, you're not going to sneak it in at that post very often.
Right.
You're going to have to go all the way around the goaltender, or you're going to have to go 5-hole with it.
Right.
So.
And it's so hard to get it all the way around the goaltender because then you're also contending with the goalie's stick and usually a defender coming at you
as well as one behind you.
Right.
So it's a really difficult play to make there, but he snuck it 5-hole for his 6th. Dauphiné Devornay the assist. 2-1 Jackets after 2. Shots on goal in the second period. The Yellow Jackets had 15 for a 2-period total of 19, and River Falls had 7 for a 2-period total of 13.
Just an avalanche of offensive zone time, attack from the Yellow Jackets. I mean, that was a really great period of offensive hockey for UWS, really in every sense except for the power play. I mean,
right.
Just continued to generate chances, had the puck, did a lot of great things in that period.
You know, and I hate to keep harping on the power play. I feel like it's a regular occurrence on these broadcasts. It's always an occurrence in the pregame show, it seems like, where
right.
I have to ask Coach about his power play and everything. And I hate to malign that unit so much, but you're at the point in the year now where your power play should be crisp, and your power play should be making something happen every time you're on the ice. And you're at the point in the year where, what's the cliche? The two most important things when you get to this point in the year are goaltending and special teams. The power play has to start coming through, and they've scored 10 power play goals so far this year. 4 of those came in the Concordia games.
Right.
So aside from that one night, this power play has been abysmal.
Right, and it's not a situation where you don't have the talent.
Right.
And that's what makes it even more frustrating, I'm sure, for everyone involved. The players recognize that they have the talent. The coaches recognize it. We recognize it. They have the players to do damage on the power play. For some reason, it's just not clicking.
And so if you take that one game out, they were, I believe, 4 for 7, if I remember correctly. Let me go back to that one quick. 4 for 7 in that game. So coming into the game tonight, they were 10 for 69 on the power play. They are now currently 10 for 71. You take that out, they are 6 for 64.
It's uncanny with this much talent.
Right.
Like, it's just been totally bad luck. I mean, yes, there are some things you could do, but mostly that's bad luck.
Yeah.
I mean, they have too much talent for this to continue. But the problem is when you get in this meat grinder part of the season like this,
you got to have it.
You got to have it.
You got to have it. So hopefully they can figure that one out a little bit because they're at the point where they do definitely need to have that. Penalties in the game so far. Yellow Jackets 7 penalties for 14 minutes. River Falls 5 for 10 minutes. Falcons 0 for 4 on the power play. 0 shots on goal at the man advantage.
Right. And for as much as we've kind of ragged on the Yellow Jackets power play, love that penalty kill.
Penalty kill's been great all year.
Absolutely fantastic. I mean, you're going to give up goals just because by the nature of it, you've got one less player on the ice. So you're not going to emerge unscathed all the time, no matter how good your penalty kill is.
Right.
But the Yellow Jackets penalty kill has been phenomenal.
And they've given up 9 power play goals on the season. The Jackets have. They got 5 shorties.
Right.
So they're only a -4 on that. That's not bad.
No, not at all.
Second intermission here at Westman Arena. Yellow Jackets lead at 2-1. We'll take a timeout and come back with more of our intermission programming sponsored by Hovland Incorporated right after this. This is Yellow Jacket Hockey on 91.3 KUWS Superior and Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the WIAC Network. You want that?
Sure.
Westman Arena. It's our second intermission sponsored by Hovland Incorporated. A little more than 5 minutes away from the start of the third period. Yellow Jackets holding on to a 2-1 lead over UW River Falls after 2 on the season. Jackets 10-1-1 when they lead after 40. And hopefully we make that a whole lot of ones, 11-1-1 after this one here tonight. So what happened on this day way back when?
Well, we had some political intrigue on this day in hockey history.
I like the word intrigue. Here we go.
January 25th, 1962.
I was not born.
It was on this day that reporters in the UK cornered John Bunny Ahern as he returned home from an IIHF meeting in Geneva.
Okay.
Ahern was president of the IIHF, and he was dealing with a bit of a problem. The Berlin Wall had been completed in 1961, and NATO responded with travel restrictions on some communist-ruled countries, East Germany among them.
Correct.
Well, Bunny and the IIHF was less than 2 months from hosting its men's senior world championship in Colorado. The first time that the event would ever occur in the United States.
I would assume the Broadmoor?
Yes, it was a two-part deal. Part of it was in Colorado Springs, part of it was in Denver, and the Colorado Springs part was, yes, at the Broadmoor World Arena. You're right. Okay, so the U.S. State Department was refusing to issue visas for the East German team. And that's where it kind of intersects with hockey. What does this have to do with hockey, you ask? Well, that's what it has to do. The East German team was not getting visas granted by the U.S. State Department because of the construction of the Berlin Wall and their decision to not issue visas to them. So that led to some folks calling for the tournament to be moved out of the United States. So on this date, today in 1962, our guy Bunny affirmed the IIHF commitment to hosting it in Colorado at a press conference. Eventually, the Soviet Union, Czechoslovakia, and East Germany all opted out of the tournament in protest. And the tournament did, of course, happen in Colorado and ended up going Sweden, Canada, U.S., gold, silver, bronze, but without the Soviet Union, Czechoslovakia, and East Germany participating. And it was the first and last time that the IIHF Men's Senior World Championship has ever occurred in the United States.
Wow.
Wow. There you go. And it was a very different tournament back then.
Wow.
But still,
there's a lot to unpack there.
There is.
Holy moly.
Right.
I got. Where'd you dig this one out of? I mean, I know you have some sources from your time with the Society for International Hockey Research.
Right.
So I enjoy a lot of the prose that comes out of that group of people, and I love the work that they do. So I assume this is connected to that somehow.
It is partially connected to that group, and also the Minnesota Historical Society has a digital newspaper archive of Minnesota newspapers. And through searching on this date across the spectrum of Minnesota newspapers and using the search term hockey, you could come up with some interesting stuff.
Probably, yes.
Well, we just so happened to stumble into this one, and it brought back really an interesting moment in international hockey history. Like we talked about, the first and only time that World Championship tournament has ever been held in the United States. And obviously the political intrigue of the day is, similar but different to the political intrigue of this day. And, the things you can see with the upcoming Four Nations tournament here in a few weeks in February, and the 4 teams that are included in that, and some of the teams that are not included in that. So in a sense, history is repeating in that regard.
And that's an interesting event too, because it took you saying that for me to go, It is never here.
Right.
The World Juniors is in the U.S. sometimes. It's in Canada a lot. But the World Championships are never in North America. It's always over in Europe.
And they usually occur in April and May.
During the Stanley Cup playoffs.
During the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Yep.
So if they did happen to hold them here, the crowds would be very small, where when they hold that event in Europe, the crowds are usually fairly good. They can make money off the tournament. So all of those factors tend to keep that tournament in Europe. But there was one sparkling time in the U.S., and it was memorable for a lot of reasons.
I guess. You know, we talk too, not usually on air, but we've spoken multiple times about the enjoyment we get out of the World Junior Championship, and the rest of the globe tends to value the World Championship, the World Juniors, a lot more than the United States does. Right. The U.S. we're kind of arrogant that way, For the U.S., what means the most to them? Stanley Cup playoffs, NHL, and all that. All this other stuff gets overshadowed by that.
But for the player development staff at USA Hockey, nothing matters more than the World Juniors, and it's been a satisfying run indeed watching Team USA have the success it has in the last few years, really the last few decades of that tournament.
Absolutely, and there's a little bit of a delay to start the third period here. Both referees are at the River Falls bench having a conversation with Steve Freeman.
There are no penalties to put up on the board. I can't imagine what
No,
the problem
I don't know what this is about. You talked him out of the last penalty. Okay, both referees are laughing, so. Oh, line change, okay.
Line change.
What in the world is this?
It would be great if you get an opportunity to ask the River Falls head coach what was going on with these two line changes. Although actually,
he's not changing it. It's like he's getting a timeout here.
This is interesting. I would love to know what's happening.
I am.
Never seen anything quite like it.
I have no idea what just transpired here. Referees are laughing. The timeout apparently is over. And we are about to get underway here in the third period. Yellow Jackets win the opening faceoff. Ryder pushes it up the left wing. Intercepted there by Max Collette for River Falls. It comes back across the line. Roosevelt breaks up the play. Collette catches up to it on the left wing. He's wrestled off the puck by Whitehouse. Dauphiné in to help out. Jackets go to clear. Davis holds the zone. Johnny Myers will backhand it behind the Yellow Jacket net. Dylan Smith tying up there with Whitehouse. It comes up the right side. Roosevelt knocked off the play. Smith has it, turns, fires, and the save is made. A little changeup thrown at the Yellow Jacket goal there, and Boschert waffles that one away with the blocker. Salute to Mike Emmerich. In the neutral zone, Stark ahead. Dauphiné across the River Falls line takes the shot. It's blocked. It's going to be moved back out into the neutral zone. Devornay has got it. Ahead on the right wing. Dauphiné mishandles the pass. Stays on side, however. River Falls regaining control, and Davis to center, sidestepped the attempted check there of Colin Pettersson. So instead he just runs somebody else over and play continues on. My goodness. With the puck up the right side, Pettersson. It's knocked down, loses the puck. And Lindahl for River Falls will send it back into Yellow Jacket territory. Mahomes initiates contact as he knocks down Vidrick behind the goal. Takes the puck back, and the Jackets are on the attack. At center, Kagawa. Moved it to the middle. River Falls intercepting there. Hunter Jones will dump it in, and River Falls will initiate a line change here. Behind the goal. Devornay up the left wing and hops off the stick of Iki Kagawa. Comes to neutral. It's dumped back in by River Falls. Danziger behind his net. Up on the right wing, Nickerson. He's knocked down. Stick snaps in half. River Falls with numbers back the other way. Simpson on the right wing. Francois leans on him. Now a shot taken from the right wing hash mark is blocked. Kagawa picks it up, and his pass for Ishmael had a little too much on it. That's going to come all the way back down into the River Falls zone as we pass the 2-minute mark of the third. 2-1 Yellow Jackets. On the right wing, Rasmussen takes the shot. Boynton the save. Puck loose behind the Yellow Jacket goal. Ishmael had it for a moment, then lost it. Kagawa runs into his man, but River Falls will come out with it here and clear it to center. Danziger will retrieve it in his own zone. Gives it for Riddle. He's taken down. Penalty coming on the Falcons. They got the stick into the skates of Carson Riddle and took him down, and it's going to be a Yellow Jacket power play.
Nice to see Riddle get a little benefit for all the action he's been involved in last night and today. He's been using his speed really well. Hasn't got much of a payoff for it in terms of scoring chances through 3 periods yesterday and 2 periods tonight, but there he draws a penalty with it.
Time of that penalty, 2:29. It's going to be Atwill for a trip. And the maligned Yellow Jacket power play with another chance to come through. Give the Yellow Jackets some breathing room here. Kagawa on the right wing board, up top, Francois, back to Kagawa, top of the circle. Left point, Whitehouse. Left board, Rasmussen, his feed intended for Kagawa, read beautifully and cleared by Johnny Myers. Yellow Jackets will regroup. Whitehouse up the right wing. Banks it off the boards. Gets knocked down on the play, losing the puck, and the Falcons will send that one up into the seats. Heads up, folks in the front row. Looks like it caught the Coke bottle. I wouldn't open that for a while.
Yeah, right. Better the Coke bottle than somebody's noggin there.
I wouldn't open that one for a bit. Face off in the River Falls zone. 1:32 left in the Yellow Jacket power play. 17:02 to go in the third. It's a 2-1 Yellow Jacket lead. And they're going to have to go 200 feet as the Falcons win the draw and clear. Ryder has it behind his net. Comes out with the puck. Gives on the right wing Roosevelt. His goal, the go-ahead goal. Late in the second period. At the left point, Ryder holds the zone. Held it for a moment, but now it does sneak out. Jackets to regroup. Holmes in the middle for Stark. Stark loses the puck as he tried to stick handle through a defender. And the Falcons will send that all the way down. So the power play performing as it has for the bulk of the season here. Has 45 seconds left to make something happen. Ryder carries it up the middle. Flips it to the right corner. He's going to go after it. Gets interfered with beautifully there, but manages to get to the puck. Now Stark poked off his stick. Roosevelt's got it. Stark on the right half board here. Up top at the right point, Holmes. Back to Stark on the right wing. He didn't handle that pass at all, but it comes down to Dauphiné. Then his pass intended for Roosevelt has too much on it, and River Falls will clear.
The passing is not crisp and not on the tape.
Holmes up the right wing, dumps it in, runs over Simpson. But the Falcons get the puck and rifle it all the way down. That's going to do it here as the penalty is going to expire. Yellow Jackets now 0 for 3 on the power play. And by the way, that power play was sponsored by Superior Water, Light, and Power. On the right wing, Cade Shea. Gives it for Setter. Into the high slot, Shea walks and fires. Save made by Boynton. Rebound is there, but can't leave the zone as Setter holds. Now Simpson to clear. Danziger holds again. Danziger down the slot. Carries it behind the River Falls net. Voss bumps him off the play. But the only man that Danziger sees eye to eye with out here.
Boy, that was a great look for Cade Shea. A fantastic shot attempt there from right between the circles.
Now it's Setter behind the River Falls goal to the left corner with it here. Trying to get away from Tyler Lee. He centers for Malnick, but that's going to be broken up. Falcons come back on the attack. Shmeknov up the left wing. Feathered that one to the middle. Defender Ryder got a stick on it, and it's going to be covered up and held by Yellow Jacket goaltender Jack Boschert.
As we see Colin Pettersson hop over the boards here and check the edges on his skates.
Or maybe it's just like the Derek Bugard thing, where he's just going on the ice and let everybody know he's still here.
Yeah, but I tell you what, he is making an impact tonight. So involved, so physical. You hear a lot of coaches talk about how players don't want to play that style anymore, but he's definitely embraced it.
Puck behind the Yellow Jacket net on the end board right now. Shmeknov comes away with it here. Shmeknov tries to wrap around similar to Roosevelt, but Boschert is wise to that, and the Jackets clear. Carpenter backing it up, gives to Davis on the left wing boards. It's going to be sent down into the Yellow Jacket zone now. Ryder pulls it off the end board and feathers that one ahead. A little too much on it. Kagawa couldn't make a play. And it's going to be chipped back into the Yellow Jacket zone by Lindahl. Jackets retrieve. And Kagawa feeds to the right wing. He's got Ishmael there, and he'll dump it in. It's back behind the River Falls goal. They'll play it quickly up the boards, but not out. Rasmussen does a good job to hold. Now it does skip to neutral ice before the Jackets flick it back in. Up the left wing they come. Vidrick across the Yellow Jacket line. Shot from the perimeter is going to be gloved and held by Boschert. He'll hold on here with 13:42 to go in the third period. Behind the Yellow Jacket net, Dvorny. Up on the left wing for Riddle. Backhand pops in the air. Rasmussen broke it up. Now a steal at center. This is Riddle across the River Falls line on the right wing side. He'll curl off the wall, leaves it for Blake Holmes. Takes the long shot that's going to be gloved and held by Brennan Boynton. And we'll get a face-off here once again in River Falls territory.
Gavin Rasmussen was on his knees after a battle there alongside the net. Almost managed to deflect that shot from Blake Holmes.
Seeing some blending of lines by Coach McKenna here. They don't match the line charts. Holmes from the right point, a shot. That one just misses as it got through traffic. Falcons to clear. It's going to bounce past Dvorny into Yellow Jacket territory where Holmes takes it up the right wing for a stumbling, bumbling Logan Nickerson. The Falcons will dump it back in. Now Rasmussen on the left wing clears it ahead. Riddle picks it up at center across the River Falls line. Riddle with a shot left circle, Boynton the stop. No rebound there.
Nickerson with a good net drive there. Took the defender in with him.
Forcing the goaltender to hold on to that one. Gonna face off here with 12:54 to go. Third period, it's 2-1 Yellow Jackets. Falcons will come away with the face-off now. Atwill, his pass for Jones intercepted. Yellow Jackets back the other way, and they're going to be called for the offside.
Definitely seeing River Falls anticipating the puck drop. We heard about that coming into the weekend, that they like to get in there a little early, and I mean, if you're not getting called for it, that's great.
No,
That's
why
what
not?
you want,
Absolutely.
You could tell that they really make it a point of emphasis on these face-offs to anticipate the drop.
And they're the best face-off team in the conference, too. They just won that one there. It's their 22nd. The Yellow Jackets have actually won 25 face-offs tonight, so they've done a good job in the circle. Puck dumped in from center. It's on goal. Dropping down and covering that is Boschert. And I'm not going to be surprised if we see a lot of face-offs the rest of the way, Jason. Both goaltenders are going to cover it up and hold it every chance they get.
Yeah, and it's been a long weekend of hockey for these two teams as we're coming down to it in the final 12:33 of the third period here. So a few extra stoppages as the players get more tired probably wouldn't be a bad thing for both of these teams.
Puck is loose in the circle, but the Jackets' Danziger comes out with it here. 3-on-2 if they hustle, but Danziger gets it across the line, getting chopped a little bit by Shmeknov on that rush. Now behind the net it comes. Danziger's got it. Plays it behind the River Falls net. Right corner, Stark. Leaves it for Roosevelt. Roosevelt, right wing corner. Bothered there by Tyler Lee. Puck is pinned along the end board in River Falls territory here as we near the 8-minute mark of the third period. 2-1, Yellow Jackets leading.
Jackets completed a partial line change while this puck battle is going on.
Whitehouse on the right wing, back down to the corner, Roosevelt. He ducks underneath the check. Roosevelt up top to the left point, Ryder, the one-timer. That one catches Setter in front, and the friendly fire will go off the body into the netting. And we'll get a face-off here. They're going to keep it in the zone, so maybe it didn't catch Blake Setter. I thought it did.
It went high, whoever it hit.
11:47 to go in the third. Jackets win the draw. Yarmolenko, a shot. Stick save made by Brennan Boynton. From the left wing, Ishmael throws that one across. Broken up and cleared by River Falls. Inside the Yellow Jacket line, Ryder flips that one to neutral ice. It's going to bounce over the stick of Ian Carpenter and come all the way down. Yarmolenko takes him into the end board. Davis's pass read beautifully and intercepted by Whitehouse. Liam Whitehouse tried to center, but that one blocked. And scooping up the puck is Lindahl. Feeds it for Jones on the right wing. His pass broken up by Ishmael. Now Davis for River Falls sends it back the other way. Vidrick carries that one up the left wing, sends it down to the left corner. Whitehouse breaks it up, but he's not going to be able to clear. Jones with a sharp angle shot, and that's stopped by Boschert. 9 minutes elapsed here in the third period. Yellow Jackets leading 2-1. Yarmolenko lugs it up the left wing and sends it in. Yellow Jackets will change as it's played up the left side, and Johnny Myers tips it into Yellow Jacket territory. Puck comes around. Right wing corner, now centered up top. Played over to the left circle, out front. Deflection in the slot by Myers is stopped by Boschert. Yellow Jackets clear. Pedersen up the right wing now. Carries it across the line. Right circle shot blocked, and that'll get way up over the netting and go out of play. Heads up over there, Mr. Boschert. That one's coming into your neighborhood.
Benny Harris there, good stick on puck. Deflected that shot from Pettersson way up into the rafters.
Face-off controlled by the Jackets. DeVornay, left point, takes the shot, stick saved by Boynton. Puck goes to the left corner. Francois tied up there by Collette. Pettersson in there as well, if you can believe that. He comes out with it, comes up to the left point. DeVornay, stick handles, feeds it. Kagawa takes the shot, and Boynton makes the save. Left circle shot by Kagawa, got there in a hurry. Now in the right wing corner. Kagawa's got it here. As we pass the 10-minute mark of the third period, 2-1 Yellow Jackets. Francois right corner. Pinned to the boards there by Benares. In to help out Kagawa. He's got it on the half board. Up top, right point to Vorney. Takes the shot, glove saved by Boynton. He'll hang on. And we'll have a timeout on the ice here. This gives us a chance to talk about Swarm Central. The official rewards and loyalty app of the Yellow Jackets. Get started and receive 200 points for registering, 200 more for downloading the app. Redeem your points for cool prizes in the Swarm Central store. Find Swarm Central in the Apple and Google stores today.
Another very good grinding shift down low there for the Yellow Jackets, keeping the puck alive in the corner in the offensive zone. Just working to wear down those Falcons.
They've been doing a great job along the wall all weekend.
Yeah.
You know, and this is that this is that time where that tends to pay dividends because it's tiring.
Right.
It's tiring, and you start to wear those defensemen down and wear those forwards that are having to defend down. Defending is a tiring thing.
Right. And River Falls has had to do a lot of it.
They've had to do a lot of it here this evening. So hopefully it pays dividends for the Jackets here. Excuse me. 9:47 to go in the third. Shots 26-16 favoring the Yellow Jackets, and they lead 2-1. As we are getting into crunch time here. Rasmussen will step in to take the draw. He wins it. Riddle fires, and that got deflected and went over the top. Great shooting lane there for Carson Riddle right off the faceoff. Pucks on the end board behind the Falcon goal. Kicks into the left circle. Riddle gives it behind the net now. Nickerson back to Riddle, right corner. Nickerson gets it now. He's tied up by Foss. Puck's going to be worked free, and Simpson has it there. He slides that one ahead. Reed Loon across the Yellow Jacket line, feeds it over to the left wing, and Atwill's shot will be deflected over the glass into the netting. Face-off coming in Yellow Jacket territory.
Once again, Carson Riddle using those good wheels, working on the forecheck, keeping pucks alive.
Our next sports broadcast coming your way on Friday night, January the 31st, from the Hobbs Ice Arena in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Yellow Jackets and the Blue Golds. Second meeting of the year between the two clubs. 7 o'clock face-off, 6:30 pregame right here on 91.3 KUWS. Jackets lose track of the puck off of the face-off, but Whitehouse tied up Shmekhnov so he couldn't get to it. Now Dauphiné up the right wing. Roosevelt clears it to the neutral zone. Stark stays with it, gets it to the River Falls line, and plays it to the right corner. Dauphiné gets there first. Dauphiné working it free, then loses the puck, and it's going to be cleared to the neutral zone. Ryder has it here, and he'll bank it off the right wing boards and back down into Falcon territory. Davis ahead on the right wing for Gibb Cody. Gibb Cody crosses the red, dumps it in, it comes around. Lindahl on the left wing, tied up by Blake Holmes. Dauphiné takes a good defensive position, able to get the puck up the right boards, and Roosevelt gets it to neutral. And we're going to get a stoppage there as River Falls didn't vacate the offensive zone in a timely fashion, and they'll be called for offside.
Top scoring line for UWS had consecutive strong defensive shifts there.
You sound surprised.
Not surprised, just crediting them for doing the dirty work in their own end as well.
Doing it and doing it and doing it well, man.
Just like LL said.
It's fun having you up here.
I enjoy it as well. Hopefully some of the listeners do too.
Yeah, hopefully they do, you know.
At least we're having fun. Hopefully you guys are too. If you were here, you'd be having fun though.
Suddenly,
this is great hockey.
Houses across America hit the mute button. Puck dumped into the Yellow Jacket zone, and Boschert decides to snare that as it was flying over the goal.
He's caught a few line drives tonight.
I have to ask his dad. I don't know what his baseball career was like.
Yeah, he looks pretty comfortable. He even had to jump up and catch one earlier in this game.
Face-off controlled by River Falls. Jackets get control, however. Dvorny up on the left wing for Cade Shea. Second game back from injury for Shea as it comes into the offensive zone. Jackets dodge a penalty call there. Now a centering feed by Ishmael comes up the slot. It gets past Dvorny and comes to neutral as we pass the 12-minute mark of the third period. Jackets holding on to that 2-1 lead. Voss pokes it out to neutral ice. Dvorny steps in front of the on-rushing River Falls player and sends it back in, but Lee will quickly send it back the other way. Johnny Myers crosses the Yellow Jacket line as the puck poked away from him nicely by Blake Holmes, and Francois will take it back the other direction. Francois up the right wing tried to drive it to the net, but Lee with a good poke check. Now behind the Yellow Jacket, or the River Falls goal, Francois stripped of the puck by Max Collette. It comes around behind the goal. Davis falls down, then gets run into by guess who? Number 16, but not before the puck comes all the way back down into Yellow Jacket territory. Bergstrom up the right boards. Pedersen has it there. He'll send it in. Left corner, River Falls zone. Carpenter tips that one out. Jackets have too many on the ice here. Have to wait that one out. Puck comes all the way back down in their zone. Under 7 to go here, third period, 2-1 Yellow Jackets. It's been a dandy here tonight once again. Riddle on the left wing, rink wide feed for Nickerson, who's got some speed. Nickerson, the shot save is made, rebound was there, and it's going to get cleared out to neutral ice. I think Nickerson was playing for the rebound on that one. Now Davis for River Falls. Throws that one into the Yellow Jacket zone. Icing waved off. Nickerson picks up the loose puck. That pass was telegraphed, and everybody in the building saw it picked off. River Falls now driving it to the net. The shot. Boschert makes the save. Right side of the goal, another shot. Boschert with the stop, and then he'll cover. And we're going to get a face-off here in the Yellow Jackets zone. So the Jackets forced to scramble because Logan Nickerson's pass was telegraphed in a way that you tell youth hockey players not to telegraph a pass. He basically did everything except say, I'm passing to Rasmussen.
And he had an easy up to Carson Riddle if he would have just taken it. Instead, he tried to make the harder pass. Those are the kind of plays that get you no more ice time in the third period of a close game.
That's the stuff that gets you stapled.
Yep.
Jackets have it now as heading up the right side. Roosevelt, he'll get the red and dump it in. Yeah, right now the pretty play doesn't mean anything as much as the territory does.
Yep.
Shmeknov up the right wing into the Yellow Jacket zone, coughs it up. Roosevelt tried to clear, but it was blocked. Now Roosevelt sends that one up the left wing boards, and it catches somebody on the Yellow Jacket bench. Pitches a stick that was hanging over the boards. And we're going to get another stoppage in play. 5:56 to go. Blake Holmes is saying, hey, that went off of a River Falls player first. The linesman, Jace Friedlieb, says, no. Good try, but no. Face-off will be to Boschert's left. Right wing corner, Yellow Jacket zone. Dauphiné pokes it behind his own net where Holmes has it now. Up the boards, he's got Roosevelt there, and he dumps it in. Dauphiné using some good body work there to work it free, but unfortunately River Falls scoops up now a turnover. Stark leaving it for Ishmael on the right side. Ishmael up to the left point, Dvorny. Long shot, that one deflected in front, and it just misses the right post. Behind the net, Dauphiné has it here, banks it off the back of the net, not once but twice. Neither time worked, and the Falcons come away with it and clear. Jackets quickly transition. Stark up the right wing. Stark right circle. Stark drives the net. A shot. The save is made by Boynton. Oh, and that puck was lying in the blue paint for what felt like an eternity. I can see Boynton cast the stick away, channeling his inner Don Mikashik and grabbing it with the blocker. Blake Holmes is protesting, saying, hey man, that thing is in the net.
Yeah, credit to Blake Holmes for going hard to the net here. Almost had himself a goal.
Would have been his first of the year. Now we're going to have a delay as Boynton checks out the headgear here. Everything appears to be copacetic. 5:08 to go in the third. Face off to his right. The crowd grows silent. Yarmolnik's shot off the face-off is blocked. Falcons clear. It gets past Danziger and comes all the way down. Bergstrom's got it behind the net with under 5 to play here in the third. Jackets clear it to the neutral zone. River Falls rotates it to the left wing. Puck flipped back down in Yellow Jacket territory. Taken there by Danziger. Up the right wing, Setter. He gets off the checker, Myers, who's lumberjacking him all the way down the ice. Not egregious enough for a penalty call here. Setter throws that one up to the line, but the defense pair was changing, so the Jackets are forced to regroup. Taken here by Ryder, and he'll flip it in. Carpenter behind the net. Greeted there by Blake Setter, who comes out with the puck. Centering feed for Pedersen coming off the bench right down the slot. River Falls wise to it, and they break it up. Behind the Falcon goal, Burke Simpson has it now. He'll start it ahead. At the Yellow Jacket line, Loon backhands it in. Whitehouse gets there first. He and Simpson tie up along the inboards. Whitehouse gets it behind the goal, up the right wing wall. Taken there and moved ahead by Pedersen for Kagawa. Kagawa top of the right circle, feeds for Francois, the shot blocked. Collision with the goaltender there. Boynton down, Boynton up, play continues. Now the puck in the right wing corner. Nobody can get to it as it comes all the way around the boards. I'm catching a fan out of the corner of my eye who every time a player falls down, his arm goes up. They're not all penalties, but some of them are.
At this point, none of them are, though.
Puck's played down in the Yellow Jacket zone. Behind the net, taken by Blake Holmes. He'll speed away on the left wing. Cuts it to the middle now. Holmes across the River Falls line, 1-on-5. Drives the net, a backhand, hits the outside of the cage. Falcons pounce on the loose puck. It's going to be Owen Belisle with it here. He's bumped on the play. The puck comes to neutral ice, and it's going to be tipped into Yellow Jacket territory. Whitehouse now feeds Riddle. Jackets back to center with it. Riddle winds and fires, and the save is made. It wouldn't have counted as the Yellow Jackets are whistled for an infraction. Offside the call. 2:55 to go here in the third. Now officially on timeout watch, as Steve Freeman will probably be calling one in, not now, but in fairly short order.
And credit to the UWS coaching staff for faith in their players. Nickerson's back out there with his group, getting another chance in this crucial moment.
Face off outside the River Falls blue line. We'll also be on Boynton watch here as he'll be vacating the goal crease in the next 90 seconds or so. Lee at center. Carries it across the red and dumps it into the Yellow Jacket zone. Bergstrom chases it down, wraps the right wing for Nickerson, who chops it ahead. Rasmussen tried to get body position and clear, but he couldn't, and the puck comes back down low. Now up the right wing, Danziger's pass for Nickerson, waved off. Okay, they wave off the icing.
Jace Friedlieb said somebody touched it.
Yep, so play continuing on. Myers at center, throws it into the Yellow Jacket zone. Chasing it down, Tyler Ryder. Boynton remains in the crease. Behind the Yellow Jacket net, Dauphiné stripped of the puck there by Lindahl. Ryder now tying up his man, Hunter Jones along the end board. Lindahl's got it. Dauphiné got to be careful there as he was wrapping up Lindahl. Now Jones comes out with it here. Hunter Jones, under 2 minutes to go, third period. It's a 2-1 Yellow Jacket lead. Get on your feet, Westman Arena. Boynton heading to the box. Extra attacker coming on. Empty net for the Yellow Jackets here. Dauphiné had it, then it was poked off his stick. Now he gets it back. Dauphiné speeding it ahead. Dauphiné gets to the red line. Dauphiné hooked on the play, and play continuing on. Jackets don't get a shot there. Now the puck played all the way back down. It hops over the stick of Ryder. Icing waved off here with 1 minute and 25 seconds to go. In the neutral zone, right wing. Roosevelt gets it to Dauphiné. Now for Stark, and he'll just dump it in. Falcons, Alex Davis has it now. Passes it ahead on the right wing for Max Collette. Rink wide feed to the left wing. Lee across the Yellow Jacket line into the slot. Loon shot blocked, puck loose top of the goal crease. Jackets clear it to not out. Held in at the right point. Davis over to the left circle. Dylan Smith shot blocked. Second shot misses wide. Francois picks it up on the left wing but fails to clear. Less than a minute to go here now in the third. Jackets up 2-1. Roosevelt will flip that one out. It's going to come all the way down and it's going to be icing. And that's actually a really smart play because you know at least one coach is taking a timeout here. So go right ahead and ice it. It's not going to cost you anything.
Right, yeah, that was absolutely a fine decision in that moment. Jackets were reeling a little bit. River Falls was pressing. Worst case, taking the icing there. Not such a bad worst case scenario.
You know, and it's not like you have some schleps on the ice here either. You know, you've got your best out there, so it's okay.
Yeah.
You're going to give them a break, and they're probably going to be the guys we're going to come back with regardless.
Right, yep.
So
Jackets have opened up a 30-16 shots on goal advantage.
Actually 17 according to the live statistics. So the official count does not match the scoreboard in this instance.
And that is pretty indicative of this game. The Yellow Jackets have really carried the play throughout most of the night, and hopefully they can get the result they're looking for and that really they've earned. They can just get through another 45 seconds here.
Yeah, shots in the period so far, just 11-4. You know, so they've done a really good job of carrying the play here. But again, the breathing room, they haven't been able to extend that lead.
Right. They made a lot of good decisions, though. I mean, we talked about the one bad pass from Nickerson, and I mean, those things happen, especially when you're at the end of a shift like he was. But aside from that, a lot of good decision-making, not taking any chances, but yet not getting too passive. It's been a good third period for the Jackets. Now they just need to finish it.
Jackets come out with Holmes, Dvorny the defense, Dauphiné, Roosevelt, and Francois on the ice. Face-off controlled by the Yellow Jackets, and Dauphiné's going to clear. Look at that thing bank off the boards. It just misses as it hits the outside of the goal. Wow, the geometry on that one was nearly perfect by Justin Dauphiné. And instead, it's going to be a face-off back in the Yellow Jacket zone. 36.3 seconds remaining.
About a foot and a half.
I wonder if the snow on the ice played into that at all.
Get out the curling brooms.
Face off to Boschart's left. Falcons win this one clean. It comes up to Myers, left point, now to Lee. He walks it to the middle. Myers, left circle, takes the shot. That one hits the outside of the goal. Loon with the shot that's blocked. Yellow Jackets clear. That one's not going to get all the way down, is? Oh, it does have enough. When it spun off the right board, it didn't look like it had enough. And Daniel Roosevelt pleading with the officials going, you got to be kidding me here. He could have got that. But that's an art form, man. Now I'm curious to see if Coach McKenna takes one. No, he's going to leave him out there.
Okay.
21.2 left. Face off again to the left of Boschart. This time Dauphiné wins it. He falls down. Holmes picks up the puck. He'll carry it behind the net. Tries to go up the right wing. He's tied up. 10 seconds to play as the Falcons move it up to the left point. Myers' shot gets through, and a glove save by Boschart. His best save of the night right there with 7.9 seconds to go.
Looked very confident with that glove on that one.
Come on, folks, get out of those seats.
One more big D-zone face-off. See if the Jackets can bring home 3 points here.
7.9 seconds remaining. Face-off will be to Boschart's right this time. Rasmussen out to take it. Rasmussen, Francois, Pettersson the forwards, Ryder and Whitehouse the defense. Figure a face-off win and a clear, and it's pretty much going to do it. Pettersson eats it along the board. Seconds ticking down. Pettersson with a great job, and what a way to seal it! Final score here tonight. The Yellow Jackets edge River Falls 2-1. Unbeaten streak. Moving on to 11 games here. Jackets remain in first place in the WIAC. We're going to take a timeout and come back with the post-game show sponsored by Synovus Energy right after this. This is Yellow Jacket Hockey on 91.3 KUWS Superior and Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the WIAC Network. Okay. At Westman Arena, it's the post-game show sponsored by Synovus Energy, and it comes on the heels of a 2-1 Yellow Jacket victory over UW River Falls. So the teams play 3 times this year, and the Yellow Jackets are +2 and come out of it with a 2-0-1 record. But we talked about it briefly in the beginning, Jason, because we didn't have a pregame, but 3 very, very critical points here.
Yeah, huge points there. You could see the excitement from the Yellow Jackets after the final buzzer. A little salute to the River Falls goalie after his antics after the game. Jack Boschert returned the favor tonight. And a happy night for the Yellow Jackets and their fans here at Westman Arena.
Yeah, it was a good weekend. This is 2 good hockey games here this weekend, and this was a good one tonight. And the fans were treated to some really good hockey here, but I'm going to go back to the standings here quick because the 3 points, again, very critical and even more crucial now because Stevens Point won in overtime.
Right.
So that's only 2 points for them. The Yellow Jackets are now going to be in sole possession of first place in the WIAC heading into next weekend, and you've got a logjam atop those standings between those 4 teams.
Yeah, needed the win tonight and needed it in regulation, and they got it.
Yeah, so a big, big victory for the Yellow Jackets here, and they now move on to 14-3-2 on the season. We'll have more on that in a moment, but it sets the stage here now. Coach McKenna talked about it. If you can get points out of every game, if you can just keep stacking wins and stacking points, you are going to be okay. And they now are up 11 points on Stout, who's in 5th place, so they're putting themselves in a really good spot to at least be at home.
Right.
In the first round of whenever they are going to end up playing hockey here in this postseason. So that's a big win for the Jackets here tonight. And, I can't say enough about the job that team did. They gutted it out in the 3rd period and played it really well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there were very few lulls for the Yellow Jackets in tonight's game. You know, even in some of their other victories, we've looked back on it and seen segments where the play wasn't so good. There weren't really any of those segments tonight. They were good from start to finish.
Yeah, this has to go in the books as probably one of the best, most complete efforts of the season for this Yellow Jacket hockey team. And assistant coach Brian Meisner has made his way up. And testing is good there. It sounds great, Mouse. And wow.
Yeah, that's fun.
It was fun. And, you kind of felt like it was going to be a bit of a grudge match with the way the first period unfolded, but it didn't turn out that way.
No.
It ended up being it was a physical game, but it was a cleanly played physical game, and the skating was fantastic both ways.
It was. And another 1-goal game like we talked about it's going to be in this league, and they played, they're a tough team. They're a tough team to beat, and, we played very well tonight, I thought. You didn't give up a lot tonight, which was fun, and for me anyway. As a coach, But I thought our skating was fantastic. I thought we had a lot of contributors with a lot of little things. We did what it took to win tonight, and we could have turned that game into, you know what they call it, right?
Yep.
And it didn't. And coach gave the guys the option. You want to play that way or you want to get 3 points? Well, the guy spoke, so.
Your board play was fantastic.
Yeah, it was. I mean, that goal by Rosie, I mean, he just deked that guy just on a puck protection drill, basically, you know? So, yeah, it was great. We held the puck in the second period. It seemed like forever.
Yep.
And the third period, you know, we kind of a little bit hesitant. And then we started talking to the guys, hey, play to win, play to win, play to win. And I thought Danzy made a great play coming out of the zone and got us going a little bit. And I thought he had a fantastic night, too.
I thought your whole decor was pretty good
today. They were. Frank was fantastic. Holmesy, I could go on and on. All those guys were, it was fun.
Yeah.
We talked a lot in the third period about how there were good decisions being made.
Yeah.
And it was like, we're still playing to win, but you could see certain times when I remember one time watching Ryder come up the ice, and it was like, it was a situation where earlier in the game he could have went with it.
Yeah.
But instead, he put the dump in, put it into the corner, and, safe play. Just thought really good decision making in that third period.
Yeah, thanks. I thought so too, and that's what it takes to win. We got the lead. We didn't need another goal. We need to play smart, like you said.
Take what's there.
Yeah,
it's not about being passive or like overly conservative, but take what's there.
Yeah, and I tell those guys, make a play. If they give you a play, make it. If not, use the glass. Whatever, get it out. Let's move on. So, yeah, I thought they did a great job of that. But it's very important for our D to move their feet and take ice, like we say. But if they don't do that, then we're not very good. I don't think. But yeah.
And we only saw that happen one time, and it was like this weird little.
It was a weird shift.
30 seconds
in the second period where, it was Blake Holmes down here where it's like, go get that loose puck. Instead, he just kind of stood there, and it seemed like everybody just kind of stood there for that few seconds of that shift.
But there were very, very few. I mean, it was like the one time all night long. Everything else we were saying from start to finish.
Yeah.
Like there were no letdowns really in that game. It was like that was a well played game by UWS from the first drop to the end.
I agree, Jason. And I think, the guys took it upon themselves to play that way too. And again, great leadership, from our captain, all of our captains, but Petey and Raz and, Dusty and who am I missing? Ish back in the lineup tonight, not pouting, but playing great, made a statement, I think, in the first period how he wanted to play and wanted to stay in the lineup. I could go on. These guys, I mean, that's how you win championships. I'm sorry, but that's the type of attitude you have. That wins championships.
Yeah.
So you guys take care of business again on home ice here. So the the home ice advantage is definitely there for this team. And now the homestand is over. 4-0-1 in those 5 games at home, unbeaten in 11. Time to take it on the road.
Exactly. Let's go. I mean, I'll take this team anywhere. We'll take this team anywhere. They're a great group to be around. They want to win, and they want to do what it takes to win. So it's fun to come to the rink. It's not just the record. Yeah, the record has a lot to do with it, but it's interesting how the record goes along with an attitude and the will to win.
Well, it's what comes first.
Yeah, what does come first? I don't know. And so, yeah, it's fun. And I'm not saying we're going to win a championship. I'm just saying that's what it takes to win a championship, right? So we'll see.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
All right, Mouse.
See ya.
Congratulations on the win.
And thank you. Thanks, Jason.
Yellow Jacket assistant coach Brian Meisner coming upstairs to chat with us following a 2-1 victory for the Yellow Jackets. Back in the studio, do we have highlights or anything? Okay, we do. Perfect. I got to turn that up. Highlights there are going to be coming your way here as we jump into the post-game summary. First period, there was no scoring. The Yellow Jackets were outshot 6-4 in that first period, but it was a grudge match. That was a grudge match we haven't seen that all year.
Yeah.
We haven't seen a period or a game or anything where it was just that kind of wow. And I again applaud both teams and the officials for reducing that boil and just getting out and playing hockey after that first period.
Yeah, those were great comments by Coach there, talking about behind the scenes what was being said. Do you want to do this? Do you want to just like spear each other all night long and see if we can injure a few people and probably lose, or do you want to just get the 3 points and be the team that you could be? And definitely UWS rose to that challenge tonight.
Scoreless after 1, the Yellow Jackets finally breaking through at 4:02 of the second period. Matt Francois knitting his 5th goal of the season. You weren't sure if he got it on the ice or out of the air, but regardless, he got enough on it. And I heard a ping, so I think it might have gone off the post.
And they always say, you want to score goals, go to the net. And that's what he did. He was in the right place at the right time and finished it.
Matt Francois gives the Yellow Jackets the 1-0 lead. Assists going to Colin Pedersen and Iki Kagawa. Jackets with the 1-0 lead at 4:02 of the second period. Unfortunately, it doesn't stay that way, and River Falls coming back and tying it. And, man, this one bothered me. It still bothers me, because I watching this, and again, everybody could hear the disgust in my voice as I was talking about it because I could see what was happening. And nobody was – 5 guys weren't paying attention, basically. Right. And River Falls took advantage as Johnny Meyer – slowed the thing down, slowed it down to the point where everybody just stopped, basically, and nobody picked up the River Falls player coming off the bench.
Yeah, and it came right after a great sequence for UWS where they had the puck in the attacking zone for a long time. Desperation clearing pass to even get the puck out of the zone for the River Falls Falcons. And then just a momentary letdown by UWS, and it ends up a tie game with the puck in the back of their net.
Ethan Lindahl's third of the year from Johnny Myers at 12:45 of the second period tied the game at 1. Late in the second period, however, the Yellow Jackets were able to break that tie, and this was just a brilliant offensive shift. The wall work was so good tonight, but this was like the epitome of it. This was great work along the wall.
Yeah, this was one of the best wall work and corner work performances I've ever seen from start to finish in a game from UWS. Just fantastic, hard on the puck, cycling it down low, never giving up on a play, winning a lot of 50-50s, and Daniel Roosevelt comes through here with the big wraparound 5-hole.
Daniel Roosevelt, 6th of the year, ends up being the game winner. Yellow Jackets go in front, 2-1. Sixth of the year for Daniel Roosevelt. Justin Dauphiné and Frank DeVornay got the assists. And I didn't think that was going to end up being the game winner. We talked about the race to 3, so I'm thinking, okay, it's going to be the race to 3. It wasn't.
Right, and I figured, a couple power plays yet to come in the game. And, yeah, definitely felt like this was going to probably end up being a 3-2 game, not a 2-1 game. But, alas, that's what held up.
2-1 Yellow Jackets after 2. Shots on goal in the second period. The Yellow Jackets had 15. River Falls had 7. Then in the third period, Yellow Jackets did a pretty good job kind of shutting things down a little bit there. Gave River Falls a few, but not a lot of great opportunities.
Yeah, I thought UWS managed the situation really well in the third period. Didn't get too conservative, but also didn't take any crazy chances. Seemed to understand the situation better and better as the period went on, understanding the right level of aggressiveness to play with and not taking crazy chances that could end up leading to a goal that would tie the game. So a nice job managing that third period for UWS.
No scoring in the third period. Shots on goal. The Yellow Jackets had 11 for a game total of 30. River Falls had 5 for a game total of 18.
How did we end up on the face-offs?
Face-offs. Yellow Jackets win 35, River Falls 27.
And there were 2 face-offs in the last 15 to 10 seconds of that game. I know Dauphiné won the first one, and I don't know if he was still on for the last face-off, but 2 big face-off wins by UWS in the last 10 to 15 seconds that really helped seal that one as well.
Yeah, Gavin Rasmussen took the last one.
Got it.
Because they made the change in the face-off, came over to the other side so he could win on a strong side, and he did. And then, of course, it was Colin Pedersen who ate the puck along the boards because why not?
Right, that was his kind of night and a fitting way for him to cap the night.
Penalties in the game tonight. The Yellow Jackets taking 7 penalties for 14 minutes. River Falls took 6 penalties for 12 minutes. On the power play, the Yellow Jackets go 0 for 3. River Falls 0 for 4, 0 shots on goal.
Remarkable. Just absolutely remarkable penalty killing by UWS.
Jack Boschert got the start and goal for the Yellow Jackets tonight. He finishes the game with 17 saves. He will get the victory, and his record on the season will improve to 6-1. Brennan Boynton was a little busier at the other end of the rink. He finishes the evening with 28 saves, and his record drops to 10-8-1 on the year. With the win tonight, the Yellow Jackets improved to 14-3-2 overall, 7-1-1 in the WIAC. They now have 20 points. We'll have more on that in the final segment of the postgame show. Meanwhile, River Falls drops to 10-8-1 overall, 4-4-1 in conference play, and they have 15 points. Final score here again tonight. The Yellow Jackets sneak one out, 2-1 over River Falls. We'll take one more break, come back, and wrap it up from Westman Arena right after this. This is Yellow Jacket Hockey on 91.3 KUWS Superior and Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the WIAC Network. Westman Arena. It's the final segment of the postgame show tonight, sponsored by Synovus Energy. Yellow Jackets with a 2-1 win over UW River Falls, and it came in regulation play, which was the key thing here because that's 3 points for the Yellow Jackets tonight. They improve now, as we mentioned, 14-3-2 overall, 7-1-1 in conference play. They have 20 points, and they are sitting in first place all by themselves. Stevens Point defeated UW Stout 1-0 in overtime tonight, so they get 2 points, and they're sitting with 19 in conference play. Eau Claire with their 5-0 win over Northland today. They get 3 points. They're at 18. River Falls then is sitting at 15, 4-4-1 in conference play. And then Stout with that overtime loss gets 1 point, so they're up to 9. So Yellow Jackets 20 points, Stevens Point 19, Eau Claire 18, River Falls 15, and then Stout with 9. So the Jackets have 11 points of separation on Stout. They play them in 2 weeks down in Menominee. They have 5 points of separation on River Falls. They're done with them, and they have the tiebreaker, the 2-1 record there. 2 points up on UW Eau Claire, who they have 2 big games with next weekend, and they have the tiebreaker on that right now by way of the victory earlier in the season. And then 1 point up on Stevens Point, who has the tiebreaker on us by way of the 1-goal victory earlier.
You didn't want to call it a must-win tonight, but for all of those reasons, this was, if you want to accomplish what the Yellow Jackets want to accomplish, this was one they had to have, and they had to have it in regulation, and they got it.
Yeah, so it's 3 big points there. They get 4 out of the 6 on the weekend, and it ends up being a really nice deal for the Yellow Jackets here tonight.
And like you talked about a moment ago, 11-game unbeaten streak.
11-game unbeaten streak. So,
yeah,
10-0-1 over their last 11 games, and I think I'd have to look it up, but I want to say it's like the 6th or 7th longest unbeaten streak in program history. So what this team is doing right now is special. This is a good team, and I think this was kind of a prove-it weekend, whether anybody wanted to admit that or not. I think it was a prove-it weekend, and I think they did. I think this team is for real, and if they can just keep playing, they're gonna do some things.
A good team and an interesting team to watch, and it was nice to see good crowds both nights here. Hopefully we'll be able to continue to see that when the Jackets come back home, but it'll be a while.
Yeah, they got the next 2 weekends on the road, and then they close the regular season at home against UW Stevens Point. So, a lot can happen between now and then, but if we fast forwarded, you'd have the top 2 teams in the conference playing for a conference championship here. But way too much hockey between now and then to talk about that. 3-star selection, who you got?
Tough one tonight. A lot of players that were in the running, obviously, and not a lot of goal scoring to be able to separate that group. And, 3rd star tonight is UWS sophomore goaltender Jack Boschert. He only made 17 saves, but how do you not give a star to a goalie who posts like a 944 saves percentage in a 2-1 game?
Right.
He made a couple big saves right at the end there when they needed him. It's just, it feels like it's criminal to not give a goalie a nod in that situation.
Okay, I can't poke a hole in that argument.
Number 2 star tonight is UWS junior forward Colin Pedersen. He had the 1 assist, many, many great body checks, and he had the final board pin to run out that last 7 seconds. He was an absolute menace on the ice. He's playing that old school physical style that you don't see a lot of players playing, but it's like productive physical. It's not just running around getting hits for hits' sake.
Yep.
It's productive physical, and he's got that long flow going in the back. I mean, he looks like Cam Neely circa 1988 out there. It's just like he's bringing it like a power forward should, and that's fun to see.
Okay, so Cam Neely, the number 2 star.
Number 1 star tonight is UWS sophomore forward Daniel Roosevelt. Got to give him the nod for the nice move to create and then finish what ended up being the game-winning goal. And like I said, a lot of players deserve credit, but, he scored the game winner. It's a big one.
So number 3 star tonight, Yellow Jacket goaltender Jack Boschert. Number 2, Colin Pedersen, and the number 1 star is Daniel Roosevelt. Our next Yellow Jacket hockey broadcast will come your way Friday night from the Hobbs Ice Arena in Eau Claire. Game 1 of that weekend series between the Yellow Jackets and UW Eau Claire. Game time 7 o'clock. Pre-game show at 6:30. And then on Saturday, we'll have Game 2 of that series, but we will be preceded by Yellow Jacket women's hockey, who will be back home next Saturday afternoon for their 3rd game of the regular season against UW River Falls. So a little bit of hockey coming your way here over the next couple of weeks. And from this point on, man, every game gets a little bit bigger.
Absolutely. It's going to be quite a stretch drive here.
We want to go ahead and thank our team back in the studio tonight. Chris Allen, Regi Hahn, and the Gus Bus back there pushing all the buttons, keeping us on the air. Had a busy day up there, too, because with the basketball doubleheader, that's a lot of time to be staring at a windowless studio and pushing buttons on that board and listening to idiots like us go on and on about all kinds of stuff. So thank you to them back in the studio. Also want to thank Bradley Lellis here for Yellow Jacket TV for his work getting us on the air and everything on the Yellow Jacket TV network. For all those people who produce these broadcasts for us and for Jason Rowan, I am John Garver. Final score here again tonight. Yellow Jackets jump back into first place in the WIAC with a 2-1 win over UW River Falls. Thank you for making us a part of your Saturday. We look forward to having you with us again. Good night, everybody.